And ho, 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 Gorehounds, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I am your not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, I hear our shit in the background. What up?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me this time.
It's all good.
That's not me.
It's all good. That just means we're getting shares, hopefully, at least from us.
It was me this time. It was me this time.
You're all good. But no, man, I can't. Like I said, I can't bring this shit show along. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off with the Chad Daddy, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Christen.
What's up, bitches?
We also have the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, Lord Scubacabra, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Buenas tardes, mi amigos.
And we know him as that killing machine, but we prefer to call him that delicious meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Happy Monday evening, fuck nuts. How are you?
Oh, yes, it is Monday once again. We are in the month of December. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too, Chad Daddy.
Okay.
I shared it.
It's
yeah, but
it's
you
here,
shared
it's
it.
here.
Is it? All right.
I keep refreshing.
On Facebook. I'm sharing it now. It's all here.
As long as you guys are sharing it, they're seeing it. That's all that matters. Okay. Yeah. So today is December 4th, 2023. And well, we have a very fun episode today. We are actually closing out our camp series for the year. An unprecedented closeout. We were not expecting to do this one, but we decided to say fuck it, because that's how this show rolls. And I mean, we pretty much throw it all in the lap of Chad Daddy, and he gets to call it as it is. So Dark Lord said yes, and so we fucking did it.
Yeah.
And
I
that
am
is
the MC, the master of schedules.
That's right. He is, dude. And
I'm still not seeing it on the page. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm sharing it again right now into one of my groups.
I'll say it just give it a second, because it took a few to get mine too, but I got it.
interesting. Sorry for that. What's up, Rich? How you doing? Thank you for joining, homie.
Yeah, I can't share it until I see it. That's so fucking weird.
Here you go, Chad Daddy. I'm posting it in our group chat.
I don't know why it's. Yeah, that's weird.
I posted in the group chat. Click on it and see if it takes you to it.
All right, yeah. I'm sharing it to mine. All right. So, yeah, anybody that's listening, if you're watching this,
share it up, please.
Do us a huge solid. Throw us a share, whatever you're watching it on. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. It's all good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we are talking 2009's Friday the 13th. And, well, I'm sure we're going to have quite a bit to talk about in this episode.
I think so.
I know.
I personally, you know what? I feel like a lot of times I could potentially judge how the outcome's going to be. This one, I don't know. You guys might be like, you know what? This one isn't as good as I remember it, or it's a fucking awesome. You know what I mean? The scales can tip either way.
We will see when we get there.
But before we do that, we're going to do what we always do, and we're going to talk about what we did in the past weekend. So, Scuba Steve, you up for it, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Slice of Life! Ooh.
Hey, Scoobs, don't look now, but I think there's somebody behind you.
Oh, shit!
Scoobs' background's throwing me off that it's our other background.
Scoobs, that yell got me right in the scrotum. Holy crap.
Yeah, baby. That's what it's meant to do.
Oh, wow. All right. So Chad Daddy, start us off, homie. How was your weekend, bud?
Well, it wasn't too bad, just had a 3-day work week because we were off Monday, which spent with you guys. Let's see. Friday I stayed home. We've had some friends from Canada visiting. Like, they stay with my in-laws. They come down every hunting season, and we spend time with them. So I try to spend as much time as we can with them. So Friday I stayed home with Chloe, because she didn't want to go up, so Steph went up. And then we went up after the kids got home from school. And so Friday afternoon, I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. I know we're covering X next year, but I wanted to get a jump on it and watch it anyway. So I sat here and watched it Friday. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest.
Harvey, I would have never guessed you like this movie, dude. Not in a million years. But
Worst Jason design ever.
Well, he was talking to me before. I said, just jump in those comments. Come on. I know.
Fuck yeah, bro. Of course. So you watched X.
Yeah.
Care for it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll like it more in a second viewing. And I'm sorry, I know Scoobs and Bobby are going to disagree. I just do not find Mia Goth attractive at all.
She has weird eyebrows, but I can look past it.
She doesn't have eyebrows.
I know.
I'm sorry. I just do not. I am not attracted to Mia Goth at all.
Oh, my sister actually joined us.
That's
your sister.
Hello there.
Whoa,
hello there, John.
hey, what's up there, John? Sis?
Yeah.
How's it going, sister?
He's also married.
Damn it.
And the dude's like Bob, where he's like 6'6", 6'5". So
I take it back. I take it back. Hello there, ma'am. Howdy.
Oh my god.
So anyway, what was that? So then Saturday we went bowling, with the kids, took them bowling. And we came home and I decided to treat myself. But before that, my kids have been really good, have been saving their money all year because they want a VR headset. So they have enough money, so they decided they wanted the Meta Quest 2. And Walmart had it in stock for $250. They had more than enough for it. So the wife's like, "I'm going to go pick this up today." I said, "Sure, I'll go pick it up." And while I'm at it, I'm going to go treat myself. So I went and seen Godzilla -1.
And
fuck, dude, that movie's amazing. Like, I sat down, like, it has stadium seating, and then it levels out, and then there's about 6 or 7 rows of just regular seating, like an old style movie theater in this. So I'm like, I'm going to sit myself at the bottom of the stadium seating, as close to the center as possible, because I just want to feel completely immersed in this. Now, if I sit closer in those rows, I'm just going to be craning my neck, but this is like the perfect spot. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, man, I bet this would have been awesome in fucking IMAX.
what about 4DX?
I don't know. It probably would be.
That'd be
But man,
just with the wind effects and like the moving around.
Dude, this movie was so good. There's like a really good emotional story at the center of it about PTSD and survivor's guilt and coming home from a war, completely devastated.
Is this a reboot of OG, like 1950? Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of assumed, but I wasn't sure.
But it doesn't have like any of the other characters. It doesn't have Sarazawa. It doesn't have the Oxygen Destroyer. It doesn't have anything like that.
Okay.
But my God,
a buddy of mine said that he absolutely. This is one of the Godzilla films where he actually gave a shit about the human aspect of it.
Yes.
And you didn't just see Godzilla doing cool shit.
Yeah.
No. That's what we get. We're Godzilla X Kong. That's
and I'm fucking stoked for that.
That looks so
bro,
fucking
we
good.
got Godzilla Rose, man. What the fuck's going on there?
I don't know, man. But back to this one, man. Just to see like the part where so you get an early shot of Godzilla early in the movie.
I'm sorry, your background is ridiculous, dude.
Oh my god!
That's too good. Anyway,
okay, so you get a shot of Godzilla early in the movie, which is before he's mutated. So if you've seen like Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the '91 version, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
Like he just comes out and he just starts fucking shit up. Like he kills all these Japanese soldiers, and one guy survives, and it's about his story, further on, and then it shows this quick shot of like a nuclear disaster, shows Godzilla getting caught in it. Then you see him again, and when he finally comes on shore for the first time and starts causing his destruction, like holy crap, you get like citizen level violence and destruction on this. Like there's a film crew on a rooftop filming it, and he keeps getting closer, and Godzilla knocks down the building, and you're with them on the building as it falls.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Oh, so cool. And when he first shows up, when he first makes landfall, and you hear that classic Godzilla theme for the first time. You're like, yes. And then when he uses a breath weapon, I'm like, holy shit! Like you've seen it fucked up before. Like you've seen Shin Godzilla. Like this is worse.
Nice.
Like whenever his atomic breath hits something, it causes a nuclear explosion. Like there's a mushroom cloud, there is a shockwave. It is so cool.
Oh, I want to see this.
I don't think you should say any more spoilers at that point because honestly,
yeah, just leave it right there.
That's not really that much of a spoiler. That's on like
no, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely one.
It's a great time to be a Godzilla.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know the Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla X Kong. Sorry, trailer dropped yesterday. We can talk about that in Nerd News.
You mean Primal Rampage, or you mean
Primal Rage?
Primal Rage. Fuck yeah.
So that dropped yesterday. That was really cool.
Bro,
yesterday,
so we got Super Saiyan Godzilla and Thanos Infinity Gauntlet.
basically, yeah.
What the fuck's going on, man?
Oh, okay. And Salsa. So that the past 2 years of Thanksgiving, 2021, 2022. Okay, so we always have a couple places we go on Thanksgiving. We go to my dad's or my stepsister's, and then we go to Steph's grandmother's. And we go to Steph's grandmother's, like the whole family's there. It's this whole big, get together. Like it's uncles, cousins, everybody. So this year on Thanksgiving, half of her family was sick. My kids. So every year, one of my kids has been sick on Thanksgiving, and I had to miss out on Christmas dinner at her grandmother's. Like 2 years ago, Cameron was sick. Last year, Harper was sick. So this year, kids were fine. They were fully healthy, but her other family members were sick, so they rescheduled Thanksgiving dinner. So we went to my dad's instead. Just my dad. Everybody's healthy. We had a nice meal. So they rescheduled it to yesterday.
All right.
Yesterday morning, get up, Harper's sick.
Oh, damn.
So I stayed home with her.
And for Thanksgiving curse strikes again.
Third year in a row, I didn't get to go to Thanksgiving dinner at her grandmother's.
Damn.
And Harper, the poor thing, she's still running a fever. She still feels like crap. So she stayed home from school. She's sleeping on the couch right now. Poor little thing's resting up. Yeah.
That's sad.
So yesterday, me and her sat and watched the Super Mario Brothers movie again.
Nice.
New one or 93?
New one. I've actually never seen the Bob Hoskins.
You can't watch it anywhere.
Can't?
No, you can't stream it online. I don't think.
I'm so happy I have the physical then. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of those flicks that is not available online.
Bro, I got that shit in the $5 bin.
Yeah. It's a horrible movie, but
yeah, but it's like
it's one of those horror movies that you like watching.
It's a comfort movie.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it. I need to watch it. But yeah, that was the extent of my day. Scuba Steve, let's get to you, buddy.
I didn't do a goddamn thing. I did nothing. Trying to think. What did I do this past weekend? I didn't do shit. I can't drink anymore, so I worked and I stayed sober and I had a blast at the bar watching other people drink and judging them on the stupid decisions they were making. It was I felt like
that's the best, dude.
I felt like Zeus sitting atop Olympus watching his creations just act stupid as shit.
He's like those weird, I think it's like the Twilight vampires or whatever in the memes where they're just looking down at the peasants.
Yeah,
that's Scoobs.
That was me in the DJ booth, just
peasants.
Morons. You're gonna regret that tomorrow.
By the way, breaking news, the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 just dropped.
Oh shit.
I know what I'm doing after the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be nothing. It's not even gonna be like gameplay. It's just gonna be
it's probably just like an announcement trailer and that's it.
I'm okay with that. Just show me a little bit.
Coming in 2026.
That's all it is. It's just
what the best part is I watched when they had the announcement, somebody's comment was, yo, man, I was in 7th grade when GTA 5 dropped, and now I have a kid and I have a house, and I'm just like, existential crisis, dude. This is gonna be the last GTA, everybody. So you might as well just
but that's what they said about 5. They said 5.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. They said 5 was gonna be the last one. Yes, it's not gonna be. There's too much fucking money in Grand Theft Auto for them to end it. It may be the last one for a long time, but it's not going to be the last one.
Listen, if they go off precedent for 5 went 3 generations of systems.
This is true.
That's 15 years of gaming, bro, for one game. So they're going to set 6 to hopefully higher standards, I imagine. Or, you know what I mean? Like, we'll see.
yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, I didn't do much. And then yesterday I had to go to San Antonio to go pick up Mel's kids. I had to pick them up by myself, which was really weird. Having to do that pick up and hopefully not run into the dad because I don't want to beat his ass. But whatever. Did that, and then it was like a 4-hour round trip. So picked him up, came home, got home, threw this bad boy on. But Charlie was getting kind of fussy because she was tired. So I hugged her, and then I was singing to her, and she passed out. Now I don't know if you boys remember what it's like to cuddle with a baby, but it is the most
Scoob's
soothing.
passed out too.
Scoob's knocked the fuck out. I was drooling all. I hope I didn't drool on her. I don't think I did. I think she was fine. But I woke up. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I have not passed out that hard in years.
Bobby, it's something you'll experience one day too.
One day, Bobby, you'll understand.
Oh, I know. I know.
And I woke up to this demon standing over me that was about to get punched in the face till I realized it was Mel coming home from work. She goes, why'd you raise your fist at me? I was like, because you scared the fuck out of me. I thought it was a demon. And so I didn't get done watching it. And so I threw it on. I left work early today because I had a doctor's appointment with my endocrinologist. And
speaking of Mel,
what's up, Mel?
Hi, Mel.
Oh, nobody said pirates.
Oh, too late now.
You just did. You better watch out. Aren't you at her house, dude?
I am at her house.
She's going to come out of the woods and just
I was going to say, Mel come out behind, beat him up and be like, wow,
the worst thing is like
really
Scoob's, like, can you see? You can't see behind you, right? Like you're only looking at the screen of your.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen. Yeah,
you're gonna see these phantom hands.
That would be the
out.
scariest.
Oh God, that would be fucking
thing,
great.
Like,
Mel, if you are listening, which we know you are,
do not come in this room, fucker. No, but
do it.
So I threw it on. I went to my doctor's appointment, and I was supposed to go get lab work last week, but I didn't get a chance to go because we were just so busy at work. So it was the first thing I told her. I was like, I apologize. I wasn't able to get my lab work, but I was in the hospital over Thanksgiving. So can you use that lab work? So apparently my doctor, it's all the same network of hospitals, Christus hospitals, but apparently they're the hospitals on an older system than my doctor's office is. So they couldn't just have them send it over. So she was like, well, I need you to do blood work in the morning because I don't know if your medication's the reason that you were in the hospital or not. So I take a weekly injection that keeps my diabetes in check. Like I don't have to do insulin. It's just this weekly injection. But the doctor at the ER told me that I have pancreatitis. The doctor said, it doesn't sound like you have pancreatitis. So go get lab work done, because if it is pancreatitis, then you can't do the injection anymore, which fucks everything up. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do because I refuse to get on insulin. I'm not going to do that shit. I saw what that shit did to my dad. So, but that was my day, Bobby.
Well, mine was not filled with all of that. Recap of last week. I had a checkup for my doctor to make sure the ticker was good, and everything is good. He just wants lab work, so cut that one in half. Right. Friday we had so Friday was my last day of work now till March, and we had nice. Yeah, exactly. And we had a work party, and they had a little raffle going on, and they had a kitchen knife set, a Yeti cooler, and all kinds of shit. And everybody was gunning for the Yeti cooler. Guess who got the Yeti cooler?
Yeah,
the Yeti.
Yeah. And it's like about this, like probably can't, like this big, this tall. Little fucker cost $250.
Oh yeah,
and I got it for free. So I was happy I won that. And then most of the weekend, dude, I was selling Christmas trees. It is that time of year now, so now I make my little extra dough doing that. Friday night, Rebecca came to my house, and we went and got Chinese, and we had a nice little relaxing night. We finally watched Violent Night. Oh my God.
Nice, dude.
I've been waiting all year to watch it. I did not want to watch it out of season.
Yeah.
She was like, what was that Santa Claus guy movie you were talking about last year? I'm like, well, honey, there was about 15 of them. And she's like, no, it was a new one. And then she goes, Violent Night. I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to watch that. I loved it. Every minute of it. I said, this is on the must-watch list every year from now on.
Isn't it on Max right now?
It is.
It's on Max,
yeah, it's on Max.
I thought it was on Peacock. They moved it?
Oh, maybe it is Peacock.
No,
it's on one of them.
Well, I paid for it, so I know it's on demand. So we had a nice relaxing night. We watched that.
Oh, how this
Sunday again?
It is on Prime. That's right.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
Oh,
that's right. I just saw it.
And then Sunday was again selling Christmas trees. And then I came home to start watching this, which I didn't finish it, and then I finished it today. And,
hey, me too.
Was it?
What did you get to that point where you're like, I've seen this a million times?
Am I the only person that actually sat and watched it all in one?
No, it's actually I got to the point of I'm kind of fucking tired. I'm going to fucking bed. And I said, I know how this ends. So I went to bed and then I did my shit today and I finished it and I'm ready to talk about it. So, John, you wanna tell us what you've been up to there, buddy?
Let's see.
You want to tell us?
What did I do this weekend? I feel like I did something Friday, but I'm completely drawing a blank on that. Oh yeah, we took the kiddo to see Santa, and then we actually just did we had some hot cocoa. We drove around and looked for Christmas lights for like a good
nice
hour and a half, and then Saturday, the three of us met up with my sister and my mom, and we went to craft fairs because it was fucking craft fair fucking extravaganza everywhere, dude. There was one at our mall, there was one at the college, there was a bunch of churches doing it. We just hit the two big ones. That was enough. But the funniest part with like me is I won't even come home with crafts. I did this year, but
your sister's excited.
Exactly. Yeah, well, dude, I buy food at these things, man. And like, I know I'm fat, whatever, I don't give a shit. But we were at the college one, and it was like 3 aisles away. And I was like, I looked over at my sister and my wife, I was like, man, I smell like spaghetti or something. Something smells delicious, right? So I looked around and I'm like, dude, sure shit, there's a fucking booth way over. And I'm like, oh, they're selling sauce or something like that. And all I felt like after the fact is like I was like a cartoon, dude, and it was like the fucking hand like came over.
I was just thinking that the way you were describing it.
Holding up my nose and was like,
I was picturing that. That is so funny.
So I mean that's what it was, dude. I'm a cartoon. What can I say?
John's just floating along.
I mean, you know what? I might as well. I had to go through the aisles, but
surprise.
So we got there and the guy asked me, he's like, did you see our sign? And I was like, well, honestly, homie, I'm like, and take this as you will. I smelled you before I saw you. And he goes, what? I was like, I smelled deliciousness way the hell over there. And then that attracted me over this way to where I saw your sign. He's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, I would take that if anything, like even more of a compliment because your stuff smells so good. I got to find it to know where the hell it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, the dude was selling 3 different sauces and your friendly fat ass bought all 3 of them because
hell yeah. It's the only way to do it, man.
Bro, they had so the first one was just like one with sausage clumps already in it, and then the next one was like sausage and meatball, and then the third one was roasted peppers, dude, and like that was the money one. But it was like kind of cool because like there's already enough meat in them to where like you could just make goulash right with the jar of sauce and the fucking noodles and you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, all right, I'll try some of these, and then they're sold at a few local spots. But yeah, man, spent a good amount of money on stupid stuff. One cool thing we did at the first one we went to, the haunted house, the local haunted house there, they kept up their structure and they decided to try something new this year. So they did a Christmas walkthrough, not a haunted Christmas walkthrough, just a Christmas walkthrough. And which is kind of cool because, like, it was like half the price. It's only like $3 per person, whatever. It goes, they donate it too and shit. But it's cool, man. They like literally have it Christmased the hell out in there. And they give you a little bit of a game where you got to count the gnomes going through the walkthrough, and then like at the end you put your what the hell is ticking?
Scoobs is typing.
Oh, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Scoobs was not
no,
that's not a stupid
ask
question.
what it is. Come on,
that is not
goulash,
a stupid question.
Goulash
No,
in the fastest way, it's just spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, okay.
But it's not
with a different type of pasta.
It's
Yes.
elbow, it's
It's
macaroni noodles, and it's usually just minced up meat all thrown in there. Usually, some people throw in like onions, maybe mushrooms. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bob.
If you want like true Hungarian, don't they use like an actual like roast or something instead of like just
They might.
Hamburg.
I don't know. I just had a Texas one the other day. It was really good. It wasn't a spaghetti sauce. It was a chili based style instead. Really good. But yeah, man, it's just meat and noodles. So it's spaghetti and meatballs.
Sauce, yeah.
But it's like, how can we make a burrito and a taco? You know what I mean? Like it's the same ingredients. It's just we're doing different structures. Yeah, whatever.
All right.
That's fine, man. That's a fair question.
All of y'all were like, oh, and I'm like, what is goulash? I don't mean to sound like a moron right now.
He's like leaning backwards.
Let me not ask it on the don't let me ask it on the show, but let's ask it on the show.
Whatever, dude. No, that's cool.
There's no shame in not knowing what it is.
No, hell no, dude.
Like a lot of like the northern states is more of a thing because we have a lot of old country customs still and
okay. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because you're all Yankees, all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Beans or no beans in chili?
I put beans.
Fucking love y'all.
Wait. Who
I heard
doesn't put
Texas,
beans in
I
chili?
heard real Texas chili does not have beans.
No, that's bullshit. That is bullshit because the original chili doesn't come from Texas. It comes from Mexico, and we put beans in the fucking chili.
See, and that's what I've always gone off of. I'm like, there's literally beans called chili beans. Like, what the fuck? How do you not? Whatever. Anyway,
it's usually a Yankee thing that they don't put.
Fuck no, dude.
I'm just saying.
I got 3 different kinds of beans in my chili, man.
Cincinnati style is mostly what it's known for. Cincinnati, like you can get beans, but it's like Cincinnati style is like that weird stuff where they put it over like spaghetti noodles. Yeah. And then they'll pile it up with like raw onions and beans and cheese. Like it's like a really weird thing, but it looks interesting. We have chili when we make chili. We put it over some like macaroni noodles or something.
Oh, yeah, chili mac's the shit. I love chili mac.
When we do chili here, man, we fucking just make a big ass bowl with some cheese. Have it fun.
No, if you're doing like hot dog chili for chili dogs, no beans.
No beans. Yeah, no beans.
Well,
chili hot dog.
That's because you don't want the. Yeah, that's just it's too much.
It's too much.
Unless you're doing the big ass hot dogs, this big Italian hot dogs with chili and some fried potatoes and peppers and onions on there. Yeah, go fuck yourselves then.
Yeah, what the fuck is an Italian hot dog? Isn't it just like a
It's
sausage?
called the Strombo. Yeah, exactly. No, it's not.
It's a calzone.
As he grabs himself.
Yeah, this is
are you an Italian
sausage? Here's your prosciutto.
All right.
I can't pronounce
the gabagool
names, but you know.
It's the gabagool.
But yeah, so either way, I was at craft fairs. I bought some sauce. I bought some snowmen, some cookies. What the hell else did I get? Ooh, you know what? Solid little thing. Got all my Christmas shopping done this weekend too.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So now I just gotta do some wrapping and
wrapping and tapping.
Let's see. And then Sunday I didn't do shit. So yeah, I'm ready to talk about this movie. So let's do that because we are way too deep into this shit.
We are.
So we are talking once again 2009's Friday 13th. Shad Daddy, you threw this on the list, dude. I'm going to say you take the ball down.
I did. I would be delighted. Released February 13th, 2009. A group of young adults set up tent near the abandoned summer camp where a series of gruesome murders are said to have taken place in 1980. The perpetrator was a grieving mother, driven insane by the drowning of her child, Jason, whom she believed was neglected by the camp counselors. As legend has it, the last survivor of the attacks beheaded the woman, but then Jason came back, and now he is a vengeful and inexorable killer, wielding crossbows, swords, axes, and makes him sound like he's a fucking knight. Swords, axes, and other sharp instruments. The legend proves horribly true as these campers quickly discover. 6 weeks later, the brother of one of those campers distributes posters of his missing sister. The police believe she took off with her boy. He wasn't even trying not to be Sam.
It was so fucking Sam. It wasn't even funny.
Sammy!
Exactly. I was expecting for Dean to come in any fucking minute, dude. Anyways.
He's even doing what Sam would do if Dean was missing.
Yeah.
The police believe she took off with her boyfriend, but he knows better. The brother crosses paths with an uptight young rich guy who's having his girlfriend and friends over at his parents' cabin. The brother ends up at the cabin himself just before his sister's attacker sets upon them all.
Fucking A.
Directed by Marcus Nispel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Pathfinder. Written by Damian Shannon, Freddy vs. Jason, Baywatch. There's a complete opposite there.
Yeah, it is.
Mark Swift, also Baywatch and Freddy vs. Jason, and Mark, not Will Wheaton, The Messengers and Infected. Produced by Michael Bay, The Island, A Quiet Place, Andrew Form, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Purge, Brad Fuller, The Amityville Horror, Ouija, and Mr. Sean Cunningham.
Whew.
I was like waiting for it to not say it, but I'm like, no, it actually says that.
Of course.
All right, Bob.
I do it all the time. It's been every episode.
Starring Jared Padalecki, Gilmore Girls, Cheaper by the Dozen as Clay Miller, Danielle Panabaker, Sky High, The Flash as Jenna, Amanda Rietti, Return to the House on Haunted Hill, role models as Whitney Miller, Travis Van Winkle. I was about to say Winkle. I don't know why I'm saying it different. Transformers accepted as Trent, Aaron Yo, close enough. Disturbia 21 as Chewie, Derek Mears, Predators, Swamp Thing as Jason Voorhees, Jonathan Sadowski, She's the Man, Live Free or Die Hard as Wade, Juliana Gill, Captain America Civil War, Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce as Bree, Ben Feldman, Cloverfield, As Above, So Below as Richie, Arlen Escarpeta, We Are Marshall, Final Destination 5 as Lawrence, Ryan Hansen, Veronica Mars, G.I. Joe, Retaliation as Nolan, Willa Ford, The Anna Nicole Smith Story, Universal Squadrons as Chelsea, and Nick Mennell, Halloween, Bad Parents as Mike. Total body count, 14.
Excellent job, Bobby.
Good job, Bobby.
Proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
Not a screw up. Don't worry, it's coming.
Yep. I'm about to fuck it up right here. Music by Steve Jablonski, Transformers, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Cinematography by Daniel Pearl, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Alien vs. Predator Requiem, the darkest movie ever made. Edited by Ken Blackwell, The Expendables.
Is it
One of
though?
them. It's one
The
of them.
lighting is horrible in that fucking
That
movie.
makes so much fucking sense on this movie then.
Yeah, actually, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, this movie was
This movie was really super fucking dark too.
because I'm gonna say, dude, like there's some Warner Brother movies out there, man, that I feel might hold the test up to that.
I don't know, man. Predators or Alien versus Predator Requiem for
Wasn't
me
Batman
is
versus Superman super fucking dark too?
not as dark as fucking this one.
Yeah.
don't know,
No, I'll tell you what was darker than AVPR was fucking Hellraiser.
The new one?
The new Hellraiser. It was on Hulu. Yeah,
I didn't get.
I still
didn't get
have to
far
watch
into
that.
it. So
it is really dark.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Edited by Ken Blackwell, The Expendables, Pet Cemetery, Bloodlines. Effects and makeup by Asylum Visual Effects, Transformers, and Freddy vs. Jason. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. Runtime of 97 little people. MPAA rating R. Budget $19 million hairs, and it grossed 92.7.
That did solid. And you know what? Who was there opening night?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I was there the next night, I think.
And you know, it blows my mind that it made so much money.
It
and we
might have
never
been
got a
opening night.
sequel.
I'm not sure.
Without what?
We never got a sequel.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it's quite obvious as to why we didn't get
I don't give a shit. There could have been a sequel.
No, there
should
could
have been a
Should have been a
There
sequel.
should have been one right away. They should have struck with that
instead
iron
of
was hot.
dumping the money in the fucking Nightmare reboot, they should have just put it in the goddamn sequel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, all right, then I'm going to start this general discussion off here because
Hey, Gene.
I've
everybody
had
in the chat.
yes, hi everybody, but It's been a minute since I've watched this movie, so I let it marinate with me as I was watching it. First off, I'm just going to say it right off. I hate that some people even call it a remake for obvious reasons. 100%.
The reboot.
I also hate that it's a reboot because my issue is if it's a reboot, you rebooted 4 movies. 2 of those movies, technically 3, didn't need it at all on any level. Because I went back and read and they said, well, we wanted to kind of do 1, 2, 3, and 4 in one movie. And first thought in my head was, what's wrong with 4? There's nothing wrong with 4. There's not.
Yeah, but if you're rebooting it, that's the whole purpose. You get a clean slate.
Yeah, but when I think of a reboot, they should have, to me, honestly, they should have rebooted the first one, and then they could have made a better sequel, I think.
What's the purpose? What's the point of rebooting the first one, though? Everybody already knows the big secret of it. There's no reason to reboot the first one. The first one was trash.
Well, actually, the thing is, though, if you look back, a lot of people do think that Jason has been the killer the whole time, and they kind of forget that his mother was the killer in the first one. Take a look at the opening of Scream, and you'll know.
Yeah,
that's how a lot of people think.
That's what. So I think they could have made it a better remake of the first movie. They could have done a whole lot with that because nothing's been done with that. We've had a lot of Jason since 1981.
I don't see this as a reboot. To me, it's a remake. They remade the story we already know. They didn't really use elements of stuff that we already had in the previous films. So like with a reboot, usually it's in continuity with something.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So for me, this is a complete fucking remake.
Yes.
It's a new Jason design. It's like the shit that happened in the other movies, obviously didn't fucking occur. There's no continuity from the previous films.
Mm-mm.
No, it's just more nods than it's more.
Yeah. Other than, when we get those flashbacks of Jason's mom dying, I do, however, like the fact that they showed Jason was there. But my one complaint is that he should have been older, unless they're going with that this happened because she started killing at the camp. What was it, like 20 years after Jason died?
Yeah.
How many years was it?
Do we know in this time frame if that's how much time?
Yeah, we don't know how that.
Yeah, no, and we don't know. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that explained, because if he was alive as a kid, okay, cool. We know that he drowned. He didn't die. Obviously, he's still alive, and he's been fucking.
Do you want to see the Jason Homeward Bound movie prior to this of him like?
Yeah, it was like.
Could you imagine seeing little Jason like try like? He wakes up at the bottom of the river and
scared the shit out of me.
I knew it was gonna happen. Knew that shit was gonna happen.
Well, so and no, you are right on pretty much all those levels, Steve. But my thing is, though, for me, is they didn't make anything new, whereas other remakes there were newer elements as to be like, yes, this.
What do you mean make anything new?
I would
Jason
the whole tunnels under Camp Crystal Lake is completely new.
They made it a reality as to how he was phasing. He wasn't even really phasing. He was just going underground. He had shit
traps
set up.
Everywhere,
that was new.
Dude.
It was using
but that was
traps.
the only new part. Everything that was new came to Jason. That was it. Except for very other little parts. He was the only new thing.
What are you talking about, dude? We have besides Tommy, we got a whole new like male cast.
Not really.
No,
I could go through those first 4 movies and pick out each of those people and be like, "You're this character from this movie."
It was all final girls, though. I'm saying you have a final dude. You have more of a final dude in this, where it's actually part 6, where it started the guy and girl format. So it stuck with those two. So it takes elements of the whole series, dude, and literally just made a whole new movie with it. That's how I feel.
I don't know. I feel this series didn't need that. Either it needed a full remake of the first movie and a sequel to where Jason is, what he is in this movie.
I think the first one was such trash, and sometimes you should remake trash movies, but once again, unless you're completely changing the end, like dun 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 surprise of the first one, then
you get a situation. But then you get a situation like Pet Cemetery, Look at the Pet Sematary remake.
Exactly.
They changed the fucking end, and it's like, what? They changed so much in that movie that it's like, what did you fucking do?
But then we also got the same ending here. It was a surprise ending, him coming out of the lake, and it cuts the credits. I mean, it was all kind of leading to that at some point, too.
That, to me, feels more of a producer thing than maybe a directorial thing. I could be wrong, but everybody expects Jason to have one last pop-up kind of thing.
Yeah, that's one thing that has to be in a Friday the 13th film. You have to get that pop-up to show that nothing can kill him. Even if he's in his human form, he's gonna come back. You know he's gonna come back, just like Myers. You know Myers is gonna come back regardless of what they.
That's why they didn't. Him. If they didn't want him to come back, they would have shoved his whole head in that grinder. They didn't, and there was a reason they didn't, because they knew exactly what they wanted to do to leave it for potentially open a sequel. Now,
exactly.
I don't know.
We're jumping all the way around, but right at the end, I just want you guys to think about it. And I don't know if you laughed as hard as I did. Probably not. But the scene right at the very end, before he kicks the body in, and they're just having that like pause reflection, like where Sam and Dean kind of do their thing, right before they fucking, they got to have that little discussion before they get in the car and drive away to the next episode. Could you imagine, like, why did they get? It always kills me because you think about, like, he probably hauled that body down there. He's not huffing and puffing. And they decide to like pose like that before kicking it in. No, you're gonna get that shit down to the dock and be like, huh, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, I'm out. It did feel a little too supernatural though to me after watching Supernatural.
I do want to say this because it's funny that you mentioned that. That's the reason that we got this movie is because there was supposed to be a Supernatural episode with Sam and Dean fighting Jason, but the producers didn't want to pay the licensing fees, and then the company just decided, you know what, let's just reboot Friday the 13th and do a remake. So yeah, we were originally supposed to get Supernatural Friday the 13th,
which would have been fucking epic. That would
have taken. I would have taken that over this.
It would have had to have been at least a two-parter though. You can't squeeze that into one episode.
I agree. That's a solid two-parter, because like you're not getting them maybe even close running into Jason till the very end of the first part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second part. You really didn't like this movie, Bob, huh?
No, because no offense, I don't know. It just didn't need to happen. It really didn't.
No remake needs to happen. But when they're good like this one, I will.
It's questionable.
I like this flick. It's better than the original Friday the 13th.
Well, yeah, I like it, but I'm kind of leaning more along with Bobby that I don't think it held up as well as I seem to remember.
I watched this. I'm like, this was not as good as I was.
You realize what's happening right now?
We're getting old. No, we're arguing.
No, we're arguing right now.
I don't know. Like, look, I'm also going to say this right now. The best part of this whole movie is Derek Mears. I hated every character except for Jared.
But you're supposed to.
No. I could go through every other movie and be like, you know something? You're good. You are a big douche, and you definitely need to die. And if you die, I can live with that.
I don't know. I like it.
No, I'm like, you suck.
I like the Asian guy.
Yeah, I like
the
awesome.
The Asian was my homie.
Yeah. He was the only one, but I'm like, well, you're not going to save this movie for me, buddy. You're just not going to save it for me. Jason saved the movie because Jason was fucking badass.
Bob, let me ask you, besides part 6,
who runs Bada Town?
Besides part 6, what character do you truly give two flying fucks about in this entire series? That's
Ginny?
Not Jason. Really? Why?
I would take Ginny as a final girl. 100%.
You can't give me any reason that anybody in this besides Tommy, who has the longevity in the series,
and
he's the only one.
He's the only.
Everybody else is all throwaway.
Yep.
Which would go along with what you're saying with
Jarvis,
dude.
Tommy Jarvis is the only non-Jason character that I even gave two flying fucks about. I didn't give a shit about any of the final girls. I didn't give a shit about any of them. They could have all died at the beginning of the first flicks or of the following movie, and I wouldn't have given a shit. I didn't care.
Yeah,
Tommy Jarvis is the only one that I was like, no, don't kill him. He's
the only one that just had, like, to me, longevity. Like I said, he had full longevity, dude, from a kid to an adult.
So Heather said it just felt like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre knockoff to me. Since when does Jason take people prisoner? The old woman says he just wants to be left alone. Seems more like a Leatherface type storyline to me.
That's
so
not wrong.
You're not wrong in that aspect.
Like I said, I had the same director, same writers.
Yeah.
It's a gender swap crazy Fred, dude.
It's a different iteration of Jason. They're trying to make him more human. We never saw anything like that in the other flicks. The reason he took her hostage because she looked like mom. Yeah. You know, and I look at what happened
when a setback to number 2.
Yeah, when she put the sweater and you know, and she looked nothing like Pamela. She didn't look anything like Pamela. This makes sense. It makes
but
sense.
She even did the Ginny thing at the end too.
Yeah,
she did.
Only instead of wearing the sweater, she was holding the locket, saying "It's Jason."
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
But it's the same. It's the same thing.
Which I wish. Now, if I was writing this, I would throw everybody a big old fuck you on this one. That's right where I killed Jared Padalecki, right there, where you don't expect it. When she's like doing this and he's holding her, instead of throwing him down, no, man, he Shao Kahn breaks his fucking neck, then throws him down. So then she's like, ah! And then what, dude? Now you're on a full actual Final Girl level chase, dude.
This is one flick though where I wish everybody would have died. Not because I hated the characters, but just to make it different from the movies. Like maybe Jason stabs them and they get one final fucking, push to get him in the fucking.
Brody came back with a clapback on that, Bob. Leatherface doesn't take prisoners.
Well, you want to know what? Okay, all right.
So eat them. They eat them.
And my other issue is this. They even said themselves, producers, everybody, we don't want to give Jason too much sympathy. I don't know about you. He's got a lot more sympathy in this movie than he ever did throughout half the series.
I felt more sympathetic for him in fucking Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, but they wanted you to feel sympathy for him.
That's
why they didn't go with Kane.
I feel like as killers go, he would be one of the most sympathetic.
Yeah,
I just don't like to see it really on screen, I guess.
Yeah, but the thing is, even from the originals, he just wants to be left alone. Stay the fuck away from his camp.
Right. He's just a hobbit in the woods, man. If you didn't go in his woods,
exactly. You stay away. He's fine because how many people has he killed when nobody's at the camp?
The only time was at the beginning of part 3 or no, 2, when he kills what's her name right in the beginning. Like he hunts her down.
Well, yeah, but he hunts her down because she fucking killed his mom.
Yeah, that's just good old fashioned revenge there.
That's revenge right there. I mean, and
that's true because, you know what? He didn't go after anybody else.
He didn't.
He just went directly for her and just
look at Manhattan when he was in Manhattan. He didn't kill
nobody. He could have been offing so many people.
And he should have. He fucking should have. But he was only going after the people that were from Crystal Lake. So
not true. Remember
the gang members.
Well, the gang members, but
they were bad guys.
They were bad guys.
Yeah.
This movie just doesn't hits on 2 cylinders for me. That's just me.
Now I feel like we have, like I said, we jumped around, but that's the fucking show. So if you knew to hear,
it's not the truth.
We are chaos.
Yeah. All right. So, but I gotta say, man, even if this movie, if I had from the opening to the actual title card drop, and that's all you gave me as a snippet, sold.
Yeah, right? Fuck yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching this.
Every time I watch that, I am 100% invested.
Yep.
All the way up into the title card. And it's after the fact where I can agree with Bob. It's when we get a new reintroduction to the new teens that we're getting. Whereas usually, you know what I mean? Because obviously all our other ones got off. And I feel like that's where it kind of slows down a little bit.
It does. It's like a CW show right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't start to pick back up until, actual shit starts to go down.
Yeah. But I mean, and it's probably one of the best fucking openings ever because you're watching. I remember sitting there watching it.
I cheered.
I did too. So I remember sitting there watching it and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is fucking brutal. And then expecting it to go to the next scene, but then it's like Friday the 13th. I'm like, what? Oh shit! It's just getting started. Let's fucking go.
You know what it was? Is because, dude, you got that fucking machete to the head with the boot, and then him sprinting full fucking force, which is something we've all we had it a little bit in 3 and 2, but not to this oh my god, dude, linebacker fucking
And
like,
that's fucking terrifying. Like,
yes,
Derek Mears is a huge motherfucker.
He is.
And can you imagine just Jason that size come fucking full sprint at your ass? Like, that's horrifying.
That'd be like coming face to face with a panther and it's just gunning for you.
Yeah, you ain't got no. You're dead. You fucking
now,
dead.
if it was a cougar, that's a totally different story.
Oh yeah, like I said,
I'm letting that cougar take me down, baby.
But either way, you don't. Either way, you're not escaping that situation.
Like I said, Jason, he was to me he made the movie. Yes, it's Friday the 13th, but he made the movie.
But you know, this is a lot like it's a movie of the times. Very 2009.
Oh my God, it is. Dude.
You know what I mean? And how you said CW. It's like a long ass CW show, but in 2009,
bro, I feel like you know what? Like I wish there was a costume shop open. I would have went and looked for one of those feathered style wigs, bro, just to wear this episode. Everybody's rocking that hair, dude. In this, and I'm just like,
Heather was texting
2009 fucking thing, man.
Yeah,
Heather was texting me last night while she was watching it, and I just got done watching it, and we're just commenting about it. I'm like, this movie is full of beautiful people.
Yeah,
that's you know what? And this is not. I'm not trying to go on a super side note here, but that's why personally I always enjoy the Rob Zombie films. Because he gives me dirty people, and I feel like I have more in tune with that.
People.
Yeah,
I exist with those people.
These are all
these beautiful people. These beautiful people.
No, man, I need the blue collar going to 4 o'clock because they thought they were funny in high school. People,
yeah,
man. That's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, fucking no, man. Like, I'm not gonna say I love this movie. When it first came out, I did. I feel I do, like Chad Daddy said, with the times, it doesn't hold up. Like, dude, it's not 2013 Evil Dead to me. You know what I mean? No. Like, that's like peak fucking whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
This, though, to me, I feel this is like almost a slight bar on, well, I would say actually over maybe Texas Chainsaw Reboot. Now, maybe that's you guys.
I'm the opposite way.
Maybe, but I would put My Bloody Valentine 3D above this one.
Oh, absolutely. No. Yeah.
I would.
I feel it's more of a solid. I feel it's more of a solid movie to me.
I wasn't a fan of that movie.
That's fair.
No. Like it's not one that interested. Like it was cool. And if anybody wants, I have the theater poster of it I think I have 2 of them. If anybody wants.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but Kaylee gave them to me, so I took them because they were movie posters, but I have no intention of hanging them up. But it's just not. It's not one of those ones where like I want to watch it. You know what I mean? Like if we review it for here, hey, okay, cool. But
you know why? I think it's always one of those ones I kind of forget. Which is I don't know why, because like I like it, but it's like it's not. I don't know.
This is one of those movies. I like this movie better than the original Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th Part 2. I don't like it better than Part 3 or 4, but I do like it better than fucking Part 8, that's for sure. And I like it better than Jason Goes to Hell, So it's up there for me, and it's a fun movie to watch for me. This is just my opinion. And I love Jason's design. The characters, like we said, they're kind of dated. It's very 2009, but I can look past that.
But it's 2009 in a good and a bad way, depending on how old you were in 2009.
I was in my 20s.
Me, I was 24. So this is like peak.
Yeah,
I'm right in that. You know what I mean? That age group for this
33.
crowd.
Well, not quite 33.
So that might hold a little different for everybody too.
All right. Clearly, obviously, I don't like those movies as much as some. So I guess here's my thing. Also,
Harvey's gonna just run by and slap you. Just
that's fine. But so if I'm gonna talk horror reboots for a second, quick side note bar. So I'll take Rob Zombie's Halloween. I like that movie. Now, do I agree with everything he did with, say, Michael? Not everything. But I appreciated what he did because he said, look, I wanted to make this as this is what this kid went through to get to where he was. It was something technically new we didn't see from a kid to a 21-year-old adult in the first movie. We saw a kid. Okay, now he's this. We didn't see him go through this metamorphosis before. I was like, I appreciate that. So I appreciate what we got. For me and Jason in this, I love the adult Jason. We saw like, yeah, there's the tunnels. This is how he moves. But there was no, I guess, new build up. Like, okay, he was a kid. He was a kid that saw
But he was alive. What do you mean? No. He was alive. He was alive.
But that's been talked about for how many different theories and years. So they just put it on paper. They just put it on screen here. That's not something new we haven't heard.
But it's new. It's something new we haven't seen that wasn't canon before.
But we all kind of either said either he was or he wasn't.
But it was still just a theory. It was still just a theory. This actually puts it out there that he did actually see his mom fucking die.
But I would have liked to have seen him as we see him in this adult. What did he do a little bit as a child, maybe to be like, now we know why this motherfucker is a goddamn beast.
You know what he did? You know why he's a fucking beast? Because he fucking dug those goddamn tunnels under the camp to hide from everybody.
Now, okay, I'm glad you brought that up because that was a question of mine. Did he dig those, or because there's some parts that look like they're actually built for?
It's just too good. It's too good.
It is.
But
it is.
Like, were they built for the camp, or did he dig them? Now, I'm not saying that they weren't. Maybe like a primary thing was built for the camp, and he expanded outward. Because clearly he expanded to the bus and stuff. That shit wouldn't have been dug by the camp.
I think he dug them because
I don't know, because why would they be there in the first place?
Storage? I don't know.
That's the only thing that could.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like just under, just like a main, like if you figure just like a main basement under whatever that one main cabin he goes under, but anything expanded to the point after the fact, like he probably would have built.
Because I mean that has to be the reason he's not sitting there fucking working out every day. You know, he's not fucking taking roids to fucking build up to.
I imagine he's like out there hunting deer with his fucking bow.
That's what I would. Yeah.
So he's just pounding. He's just fucking eating venison and whatever the fuck else he can find. And probably just digging holes.
Somebody call Shia LaBeouf.
Right? Fucking A, man.
Well, I would have liked to have seen that a little. I would have liked to have seen a little more because this movie is a big jump around movie. It's. Now we saw him as the child, we see him as Sackhead. Well, I needed a little more. If you're going to reimagine it, give me something a little more about him that we really haven't seen. Something that this is where we see this boy become this beast.
Well, we're getting that in the Crystal Lake series.
You know what? I feel like,
I hope we do.
I know what you want there. And I feel like a lot of people, this is just my thought. Halloween, you brought up Rob Zombie's Halloween. That came out 2007. A lot of people hated.
Yep.
Hated. Chad included. Right there. Thank you, Chad. The fact that they introduced all the child shit for Michael. Whereas I personally fucking loved it.
High five.
You know what I mean?
I do, and I do agree.
Different strokes for different folks.
No, so I straight up loathed it. But we're not here to talk about that.
I don't need Jason montage in the woods of him like fucking bigger, stronger, faster, like aging to an adult. You know what? I just don't need that, dude.
With
never. Yeah.
Like a Rocky IV training montage.
100% holding out for a hero. He's sitting out there lifting logs and shit.
Yeah, chopping down trees.
Little lumberjack workout, bro.
But
I kind of want to see that now.
Yeah, it'd be fucking great. Make it happen, Harvey.
There's the
it's gotta happen.
Yes, that's the fan film we need, dude.
Come on, Harvey, make it happen.
Jason, the preteen years, bro. Like,
make it look exactly like the Rocky IV training montage. Hearts on Fire is playing.
Worst part is like you went to an actual serious montage where I, in my head, went to Hot Rod, and then it's just instant fucking
flip it through
hill rolling.
He's fucking chasing down fucking random people to build his cardio and shit.
Yeah. God, dude.
So somebody gave me an idea.
I want to see the parody now.
Somebody gave me that idea a few years back when I was doing my Jason cosplay all the time. They were like, dude, you need to do a Jason workout video. And I'm like,
that's what that would be.
I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, have somebody doing like a workout class or whatever, but it's against Jason.
All right, we're gonna do 10 hack and slashes. Ready and go.
Go. Yeah. But then Jason's like accidentally killing everybody. And so like when they're swimming laps and shit, like Jason pops up and fucking drowns them because
he just can't help himself.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so I'm trying to think. So we talked character-wise. I didn't hate. I mean, obviously, yes, there are some characters I hated. You were meant to hate those.
Trent, you piece of shit.
Trent, yes.
Oh, it's not just him.
I hated him in Transformers, and I hated him in this.
Besides our guy in the shed, everybody else I hate. That's just me.
Well, what was the other dude's name? The one that was gonna jerk off.
Oh my god, dude, that shit makes me fucking laugh every time. Where he just looks at the deer and then fucking like, homie, you're still in an open
house with everybody still around. You don't know when he's coming back.
Beware, dude. Like,
go to the bathroom. Jesus.
What was his name? Was it
I don't remember. No. All right, so I'll give him second. No. So those two, the two stoner guys, they were like, okay, yeah, you're cool. Like, I don't want you to die.
But you know what? I did
that
like
was Lawrence.
Okay, Lawrence. So I did like the group of people at the beginning. That original group. I did like those characters. Like those characters were,
they were
relatable. They were relatable more so than these guys.
But granted, it's everybody that we've already seen in Friday the 13th, same tropes, everything. You're going out, you're smoking weed, you're drinking, you're having sex. All that.
That's why I like that, dude, because that reminded me of almost like a nod to Part 9, where it was just kind of a little meta. We know what we're doing here. Here's what it is.
Yeah,
but we're gonna set up our new.
Yeah, but I like the twist of them leading them there to the camp was they were looking for weed that apparently grows wild in New Jersey.
Yeah, seriously.
That was one thing I saw a lot of people said they didn't like the people that they ran into around. They're like, isn't this supposed to be Jersey, not the South? Well, I don't live in Jersey, but I do live in New York, which is close enough. And I don't live in New York City. I live in fucking rural town. And I can tell you, them folks fucking exist around here. It ain't fucking just the South, baby.
They exist in the northwest corner of Jersey. Oh, yes, they do.
They're right next door.
And rednecks live wherever they want. Yeah. They live
almost the entire state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like fucking A, man. It was just I saw that comment out there, not on this show, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna throw that out there. Now, shot wise, I'm trying to think. Was there anything like really cool shots that like stood out to you besides?
I don't know about shots, but I know the scene where Lawrence is running and Jason he's hauling ass after him and just fucking whoo. I was like, whoa.
Well, this movie definitely had some good wince chopping or kills, whatever you want to say.
Well, the killer cut.
Beginning.
The killer cut.
Oh, yes, true.
Which is what we watched. We didn't watch. We watched the killer cut before this. Yeah.
Which I'm sure Chad Daddy has in his behind the scenes of probably the differences of what we saw.
I didn't bother with it.
No?
It's all just I really couldn't find a breakdown of what's different.
No, fair enough.
It's not a ton.
I'm not gonna lie, mainly, ain't it? Isn't it the gore and the kills mainly?
Yeah, and it's almost like 10 minutes longer too, but it's like just extended scenes, things like that.
So I feel like one scene that I feel like I don't remember was the panning shots around the camp and the kills at the very end before they went to them at the dock. I feel like that was added in. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've watched this movie. But like we're actually like
theatrical cut,
where like it shows where like everybody got killed, like the house, and then shows the garage, and then shows like Jason's bed and shit. I don't know. Like I said, man, you know what? I think it's cool that we're all a little divisive on this, dude. I gotta say it's not a perfect movie, but I think I'm more in Steve's camp there, where like I enjoy watching this. Not all the time. Not all the time.
I'm on the fence, really.
Yeah, it's not an all the time watch.
No, but I feel like this is like if you watched, I would watch this after Part 8 to get the taste out of my mouth.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. If I needed to see something, fine. But that, or I would choose like Part 4.
Like, well, no, I'm saying like if you were going in a row and you just didn't, like if you only had like the original Part 8 and like a couple of randos.
My one weird complaint about this, and I'm not sure if you guys picked up on it, was there was a large amount of the kills that were like from behind?
Yes, there were. Yes, there
Like about half of
were.
them was, let me give you an idea. Okay, so
I mean, yeah, they're always like stabbing through the chest.
yeah, the dude in the boat, Nolan, his arrow, got shot an arrow to the head from behind.
Mm-hmm.
The chick in the bathroom was from behind.
The chick in the bath, yeah. The
cop,
Lawrence,
no,
the cop was through the back.
Yeah,
he got him from.
Yeah,
behind.
he was with the skewer that Lawrence had.
Was it in the back, or was it the cop turned around? He stabbed him in the eye.
He did turn around and stab him.
Yeah, he turned around and stabbed him in the eye.
Yeah, like Trent got the machete through the back and impaled on a tow truck.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Jenna got the machete through the back. There was quite a large number of them.
Okay, and I'm okay with that because it shows his stalking abilities.
And honestly, yeah, because in the game, that's how I feel like I get most of my kills. Is you gotta sneak up behind a motherfucker. But I will say, when Jenna got killed, I remember the first time watching that, I did not expect that.
Not at all.
I figured maybe they would have killed him off and we got a 2 final girl kind of thing, but nope. I was just like, oh, okay, fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
her original death was supposed to be so different too.
Yeah, that's in my notes.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the original way he gets the mask, and I don't know if you homies know it. I'm sure you probably do. It's not. I mean, it's still in the barn, but it's just a way different scene. Like the one dude, I can't think of what's the redneck kid's name. Is it Mike?
Redneck?
Was it Mike? I think it was.
Probably.
No, I think it was Donnie.
Donnie?
Redneck
right.
Donnie.
Oh yeah, it shows him bringing back all the weed that he got. He dumps it, and then he's looking for his porn stash. And when he pulls it, the mask is behind the porn stash. He's like, "Oh shit!" So then he starts wearing the mask.
Oh
and,
yeah, you're right.
Smoking in it.
I remember that scene. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what?
I like that scene, dude. I kind of like it better than the one in the movie.
I really wanted to wear my remake mask, but I haven't seen my remake mask in like 3 years.
Lance.
Mr.
Lance McKinney.
Somebody message Lance.
Yeah, somebody tag Lance right now. But no, man, I don't know. I thought it was pretty solid. I just, maybe not the way the scene ended, but him, like Jason coming down the stairs, actually carrying the kerosene, and then just like drops it fucking down. And they have their weird little stare off where like he's wearing the hockey mask, but he's completely like looking up at Derek Mears. And it's like, I don't know. I like that fucking scene, dude.
That was definitely a better establishing scene of that. Yes. I wish they kept
but all right. And we got Willa Ford topless, which was something I remember when she hit the scene.
Yeah,
I did not expect we ever did that. I remember when she was a pop star at one moment.
Mm-hmm.
She also did Playboy.
But it wasn't, but she was always the naughty pop star, so it kind of made sense. Like,
dude, her big hit's called "I Want to Be Bad with You,"
and she had those were nice.
Yes, they were.
Wasn't she dating one of the Backstreet Boys when she first came out on the scene? Mm-hmm. That's taking me back to TRL days, bro. Like, it's like coming home from fucking high school and be like, oh man, I got it.
But you know what? I think that it was a cover up because she was dating which one's the gay one?
In Backstreet Boys?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think anybody was. You're thinking NSYNC.
Oh yeah, thinking NSYNC. Never mind.
All right. Shall we hear from Mr. Brody Kane?
Yes, I would love to hear what he has to say.
Alrighty.
Howdy folks, it's your DKB back for another episode of Gore. This week I'm here to talk to you about Friday the 13th, the remake. Let me start off by saying that the very first time that I'd seen this film, I really enjoyed it. Definitely feels like a mixed combination of the first 3 films to an extent. But I really appreciate the way that they really went about it. They brought in the director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, so he is no stranger to that. It's just familiar territory to him, and I thought it was a great chance to see this director come back and actually have a crack at this franchise. So let's just start off with the kills in this film. fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, brutal as all fuck. I love it. I love how the brutal kills come into play for the characters that we really don't appreciate and like, essentially. I mean, we do like them for the most part because we know why they're there and what their personality trait is for this type of film. But seeing them get ice the fuck out in this film, I highly enjoyed that. But yeah, the kills, the practical effects, there's a little bit of CGI in there, obviously. But yeah, I thought it was done pretty damn fucking fine. So the acting in this film is absolutely done extremely well. I thought the actors that they'd chosen for this, to bring these characters to life, especially these characters that felt like a bit of a modern day take on that familiar territory of previous characters throughout the franchise. So it was great to see them, bring them to life. And, there's always one fuckhead in the group throughout the majority of the movies in this franchise, and I thought he played a fucking phenomenal part in this film because I wanted to reach through that screen and grab him by the scruff of the neck and maybe just fucking put a fork in his fucking face 20 fucking times. So, yeah, an actor's done his job when he makes the audience feel that way.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, in saying that, yep, the actors, the characters in this film, as expected for a fucking Friday the 13th film, let alone remake, I thought it was done extremely well. So I really fucking love the tunnels underneath Camp Crystal Lake because it feels to me it would somewhat explain to that realism of why Jason can somewhat teleport when he's not really. He can just fucking run here, everywhere, and pop up. Because obviously our characters are unfamiliar with the area and he's so quick-witted, smart with his location skills. He can just pop up here, there, everywhere, and it feels very dark and grimy. So shout out to the production designers as well, because every time we get some interior shots of the cave or the shacks, whatever it is, it's very gross out to balls. I feel like it's a little bit of a TCM2 vibe when we go underground there. So, but yeah, the catacombs of Crystal Lake, I'll call it anyway, the tunnels, I thought was a very clever play for this type of film. Jason in this film, holy fuck is he intimidating. He is a tour de force, he's a fucking powerhouse to be reckoned with. I mean, every time he's on the screen, it's like, holy Santa Claus shit. That motherfucker better be fit as a fiddle and can outrun Usain Bolt, because if you cannot, he is going to hunt your ass down and you're pretty much fucked. So I like how they ground Jason in the realism of he's really smart being in these surroundings, his familiar territory where he lives. Just the brutal strength of him. Like, he even looks like a fit dude, living off nothing but protein his whole fucking life or whatever it is. There's just this menacing structure about the actor that plays him, Derek Mears. So it was really cool to see Derek bring this character to life. I mean, it's definitely a film that's not flawless by any means, but I really fucking highly enjoy it for what it is. I think it's one of the better remakes that was coming out around that time. I like the story itself, and like I was saying, I like how it's a bit of a combination of the first three films. To an extent, if you really wanted to break it down a little bit more, we get the sackhead Jason, then we get the mask in there from 2 and 3. Even we get a little bit of a backstory at the start of the film with the first film and his mother, so it all sort of ties in together, and I think I can really appreciate it for what it is. Gore and Moore score, I'm going to give it a solid 4.
All right.
Actually, no, I'll give it...
Oh.
4. Sorry. Right. Anyways, your DKB signing out, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the film, and I'll catch you gentlemen next week. So, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Brody, very much.
Brody.
Thank you, Brody.
Let me get out of
Gracias, Brody.
Whoop, and whoop, and there we go. All right. So, cool. So, we've discussed a lot on this movie in comparison to some other ones for sure.
Bobby really took the reins today.
Yeah, he did.
All right, man. That's all good, dude. Sometimes that happens. And you know what though? That just means Bob's that much more he's a loyalist to the OGs.
Well, it's like I do love the OGs, but the first one's by far not my favorite. But I don't know. It should have been a little more grander style if they were trying to go further with the franchise, it should have been just a lot more.
You guys are totally missing Steve seductively eating down on the
Oh,
corner.
I'm watching it.
Oh, I was totally not paying attention.
I'm seducing Brody.
There he is.
But
Okay.
like I said, if they were going to say, "Hey, we want a sequel to this," I feel there could have been just more. God damn it, Steve. That's just me.
I thought it was a good proper introduction to reintroduction to the series.
Yep.
I thought it set it up to where we could take it to somewhere else. And you know what? If they wanted to, they could even bring back Jason, like zombie Jason, after a couple of them if they wanted to go crazy with it. Not that a lot of movies really kind of do that anymore, unless they're like specifically in a different kind of. I feel like Terrifier is the only one that's like able to that's been able to do that as of recent years. Which this isn't kind of super side note, but like I know you guys saw probably like a month or so, that the director from that says he wants to tackle this series, and I'm like, you know what, man?
Damien Leone.
Yeah. I
don't know.
I like Terrifier. I really do. I don't want to see his hands on this. I don't know if I do that.
I don't think so.
Unless his vision is a completely different, like, you know what I mean? Because like we expect a certain thing once we see a few movies from that director, right?
Yes.
Rob Zombie.
But I think all we've ever seen from him is Terrifier.
Or the OG one there.
All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
Or Terrifier 2. He might have something else out there, but I unfortunately do not.
But you know what? He's such a huge Friday the 13th fan, and I feel that if we're gonna get somebody to make a new movie, I personally would want them to be a fan of the series and not.
Oh, absolutely.
Not somebody who's never fucking seen it and is just doing it for the paycheck. I want somebody that has the passion for it, like I do, like we do. Somebody that grew up watching these fucking flicks.
Yeah, you know who I think would also make a good fit for that? Adam Green.
Didn't he do the
Hatchet series?
Yeah.
See, I'd rather see him take it on than.
I think because he also remember that one thing I loved about him in that series. Side note, he had it all planned out. Like he was like, I know where I want it to go. So I liked that. So I think he would be good. Put them together. There's always a possibility.
If he did it, that's fine, but I would need the production value to be a little. I don't know. Because like I like Hatchet, but Hatchet has a certain cheese to it, for sure. And I don't know if I want that on my Friday the 13th. If you're giving me a new Friday the 13th,
I just don't want Blumhouse to get their hands on it.
No, absolutely fucking not.
No.
Blumhouse? No. Fuck no, dude.
No, don't bring it.
I'd like to see
They fucked up Halloween. They fucked up The Exorcist.
Evil Dead.
Exorcist wasn't too bad. I liked it.
I like 18 and Kills. So I would say Ends and Exorcist, but I didn't see it yet.
I mean, like 18 or Kills. So.
All right. So, Chad Daddy, what do you have behind the curtains for this, bud?
Well, I've got a good bit, so this might be one of those things where we pick and choose thanks to our time constraints here. So Richard Burgi wasn't cast as Officer Brack or Sheriff Brack until 12 hours before they needed to begin filming his character's scenes.
And they cut one of his whole fucking scenes.
Yeah, they did.
There's a scene where like they get the call at the sheriff's department, and then you actually like hear him kind of speak or stick up for Clay. Whereas you know he's not the douchebag cop that you think he is. So
yeah.
I feel like they need to throw those scenes back in to give us the true killer cut.
Right?
I think I would appreciate it a lot more.
Where's our Crazy Ralph? Like, is the lady Crazy Ralph? We didn't really discuss that.
Crazy Ralphina.
Like, she didn't seem that crazy. She was just more like, yeah, leave him alone.
And wasn't she also the lady from Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No.
The one that ran the
I don't think so.
Or something?
No,
she looks familiar, but I think it's just because it's like the old lady Harbinger. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just that aesthetic.
Yeah, but you know, it's not the.
I could be wrong. It looks similar to her, but it just also looks like an old lady with glasses to me. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Okay. Victor Miller, the screenwriter of the original Friday the 13th, said the script was written in such a way that it could be deemed a sequel as opposed to a remake, because that meant they could pay him less if the movie qualified as a sequel. This explains why the plot of the film is more of an amalgamation of the first 4 films, as opposed to a retelling of the original film. Miller took legal action because he felt the script they showed him was more of a remake, but the story he came up with was condensed to the first few minutes of the film. He lost the battle and was paid less. He was surprised later to see the film advertised as a remake.
Ooh. Damn.
He sounds very lawsuit happy as far as Friday the 13th is concerned.
Yeah, but he also got screwed out of quite a bit that's also from Sean. So you could just blame him for that too. There's a lot more to that. I'm sure we don't know.
I was gonna say though, like, not that I want to stay behind Cunningham by any means, but it's like, I don't know. That dude probably should have lawyered up back in the day. Like, hindsight, obviously.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, plus he had no he had no desire to really make any sequels, and Cunningham did, so he kind of took it off in the direction that we got. So I hate to say it, but we should be more thankful to him than to Victor Miller. But Victor Miller has, he has every right to, get what he feels is owed too.
Well,
I don't know about if he exactly get what he feels he's owed, but maybe something.
Yeah, he deserves something.
Yeah.
I would say nothing, but
just remember the only reason why Sean wanted to not even wanted to, they said make sequels is because he got a paycheck because he was put as a producer when he never did anything for him.
Hey man, that's what a lot of people look to get to that level,
Producers don't really do that much anyway. I mean, executive producers definitely do. All they do is throw money at a project.
Well, as a producer, he was off making a movie like, yeah, you can make that, just pay me. Have fun.
All right. What else we got, Chad Eddie?
Okay, Adrian King, star of the original 80 film, was approached by the producers to do a cameo appearance during pre-production. A few days later, the producers called her back and told her they didn't want anyone from the original film to appear in the remake. I'm okay with that.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah. That's fair.
Having people from an original series show up just to do cameos in a movie where they're not playing the same characters, that's just fan service and unnecessary.
Ghostbusters. Paul Feig. Fuck you. Then we were on the same page for that, but that was instantaneously. Yes. I was just like,
that's what I was thinking too. So,
God damn it.
Fuck you, Paul Feig.
Anyways.
Continue. A wheelchair and a sweater can be seen in Jason's tunnels during the film. The character Mark was a paraplegic who was killed by Jason in Friday the 13th Part 2, and Mrs. Voorhees wore the sweater in the original version of Friday the 13th. There's also a bicycle propped against the wall just under the wheelchair. It's likely Ralph's bicycle, also from the original Friday the 13th.
Oh. Nice. I like that.
We don't want people, but we will certainly give away the props.
Willa Ford was given 10 days to learn how to wakeboard for her role. She said wakeboarding itself wasn't as nerve-wracking as having to do it topless.
I could imagine.
I'm sure. Every man on set today, you hear today.
Like, was that... I wonder how that was in the contract. Like, that was in the script that she had to do that?
I don't believe
that
it
was. That was like, yo, I'm going to be topless, you got to do something cool, like take me wakeboarding. And they were like, okay, done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Cool. We'll take you wakeboarding, but when you die, we're gonna have a good 7-second shot of your titties on screen.
Right.
Okay, whatever.
Like, they're not gonna be on it, but then that's gonna be the last thing. Is like it's gonna be kill, then titties.
Yeah, exactly.
Christ, dude.
With $42.2 million, it had the biggest opening weekend of a horror remake, beating out former record holder The Grudge 2004.
Dude, there was lines at the theater to go see that fucking thing. It was ridiculous.
See, I'm pretty sure I did see it Friday the 13th.
I went to go to the 7 o'clock showing, and the line was so long, I couldn't make it in there, so I had to get the 9 o'clock tickets.
I think we did that too.
And we went and got food to go, then come back to the 9 o'clock.
I think we had to do that too.
It's ridiculous. Dude, I also remember how many young childrens were in that theater. And I'm just like, man, there are some gratuitous sex scenes in this movie.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Oh my God,
and I'm talking when I'm saying young children's, I'm talking 7 years old, dude. Like,
and I could see little Jimmy going to Daddy. What are stupendous titties?
I'm not judging by any means, and I'm not really trying to, but I might definitely question, yeah, maybe.
I would.
Okay. I mean,
so we're watching it in the living room, and one of Mel's sons was sitting there on the recliner watching it, and it's the sex scene between Trent and what's her face, and
yeah, stupendous.
She takes her fucking shirt off, and I'm like, fuck yeah, those are some nice titties, huh? And he goes, I'm more of an ass guy myself, and I'm like, right on, but she ain't got no ass. She has no ass at all.
No, man, you saw that. You saw that Abercrombie fucking like pancakes. Just it's all good, man. She was very good looking, nonetheless.
It's just a shame because those titties are real too.
You know what?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
You know what's one thing we didn't
nice
talk
jiggle
about?
to them.
And I gotta ask because I never had this rule ever playing ever. But 10 wins in a row. Did you guys ever actually do shoot the boot? I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
I never did.
Disgusting, personally.
Yeah, that's gross.
Like I don't even know if I'd want to do it out of a clean shoe, let alone a dirty ass fucking shoe, dude.
It was the fact that he was walking around in them all day without socks makes it worse.
You get them nice hot swampy feet, dude.
You're like, I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, pretty sure I can smell that shoe.
Right? Like you could taste that shoe, dude. Just
hey, Emily.
What's up, Emily?
Hey, Em.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know. I've never we always had one. I'm trying to think. I can't remember how many wins it was in a row, but it might have been 10. But we had naked run where you had to do a lap around the house naked, dude.
Oh goddamn.
No. Was that a shutout? That might have been a full shutout game. If you didn't get anything, it was a naked loop. But we never really made anybody do. It usually was just down to the skivvies, and then fucking just went. But
right.
it was the thought and the fear.
Okay, continuing on. According to co-writer Damian Shannon, the character of Jason Voorhees was re-envisioned as more territorial, like a hunter, someone who doesn't kill people at random but will defend his territory from anyone invading it, and this in the most horrible manner. Director Marcus Nispel similarly claims that the film shows new aspects of Jason's personality. Derek Mears says his portrayal of Jason as a survivalist defending his territory is partially inspired by the character of John Rambo in First Blood.
Fuck yeah.
You said that.
Yes. No, I could. I mean, yeah, dude.
I see that.
Fucking underground tunnels and shit. Dude, I love the booby traps and just the alarms. The alarm system is fucking awesome. It's so simple, but
I love his use of the trap, especially in the sackhead scene. It nails that guy. I was like, oh.
Yo, that was one thing we didn't talk about, man. Did you guys? I'm kind of with Heather, and I know she said this, but I actually really dug the sackhead mask.
Oh, sackhead mask was cool in this one.
The sackhead mask was fucking wicked.
Yeah,
100%.
Badass, man. I don't know. I would have taken a little bit more of that.
Hell yeah,
in the movie, you know. You could have brought in the Hawk towards the end and been like, "Oh shit, there it is." You know what I mean?
It looked less like a pillowcase and more like a mummy's wrapping or something.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Town of the Dreaded Sundown.
Yeah, Town of the Dreaded Sundown.
Yeah, it did a lot more.
You know, that was another good reboot or remake.
Yeah, it was.
That one was. I like that one.
That's another one that, man, I haven't watched since we reviewed that. I should watch that again. That was solid. Hell yeah. Yeah, Emily's done quite a few of these shoots for sure. Okay. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit. On hiatus from their show, both Jared Padalecki and his Supernatural co-star Jensen Ackles starred in 2 remakes of 80s slashers films, with Jared doing Friday the 13th and Jensen doing My Bloody Valentine, respectively. Jared also starred in a 2005 remake of House of Wax before Supernatural aired.
Yes, he did. With Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was when he had like shorter hair. That was like first season, like pilot episode of Supernatural.
Dude, they look babyface. They look like little kids compared to now.
Oh my god, yeah. Well,
like
I mean,
season 15 to season 1, yeah.
I mean, that is a long time.
I enjoyed the House of Wax remake.
All I could laugh though in this movie, I was just like, man,
yes,
you're just getting those pensive shoulders, like ridiculous. I only say that because Chad probably gets the reference to that episode, but there's a long story short, there's a dude who was God or is God, whatever, and he's like writing essentially the new testament for these dudes. So yeah, what was that, season 4?
Season 4 was when we first met Chuck.
Is that what it was? So yeah, that would have been that. Yeah, that would be the first one.
Yeah, because that was when he was just a writer that was writing supernatural books.
Yeah,
based on Sam and Dean.
Fucking, I love those first. Dude, the episode where they're having the supernatural con, one of my favorite ones, dude.
Emily, do not speak that name. I am still pissed they killed her off.
Oh, Charlie Day?
Yes.
Yeah, but she lasted a lot longer than I expected. I would say that.
I will never forgive them for killing her off.
This will be for a different supernatural discussion.
And they brought her back from a different reality, and it wasn't the same.
Why? Oh, they're doing the Flash bullshit? All right, fuck that.
You didn't see the later episodes?
Nope. I tapped out around like season 7.
Yeah, there was a
maybe even
parallel. They found a parallel universe, and Bobby's still alive there, and Charlie was still alive. So they brought them over into this reality.
What season does she die?
7.
Oh, cool.
Maybe?
Was 7 the Leviathan one? What's the one with the Leviathans? I feel like that was like one of the last ones I kind of watched.
Okay, 5 was Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Sean?
No, 6 was Lucifer.
So probably
5 led up to Lucifer.
That's where I'm at right now. It's leading to Lucifer. So, I didn't know Charlie died.
You know what? Yeah, spoilers. It's happened a while ago. That would be one where we could like not do the whole series, but even if we just did like the very first episode of Supernatural for an episode, I'd be down.
Dude, I can tell you right now, Steph would be down with that. She would love that.
Mel would too, because she fucking loves Supernatural.
Who does?
I've never watched Supernatural. So...
I enjoy it. I enjoy the first couple seasons very much so.
I know our own Redhead of the Dead is a big Supernatural fan as well.
Yeah. Then it gets a little dude, the Scarecrow episode is one of my favorite fucking episodes, dude. I think it was like first season, maybe second.
Yeah, that was season 1, I think.
I think we're gonna have to do this because then it gives me a new show for me to watch over the winter.
All right, so
are you seriously gonna watch 15 years worth of Supernatural?
He might.
Dude, I could watch it in a week. I promise.
No, you can't.
No, not a week. There's no fucking way.
All right, give me 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You all got quiet.
That's a lot of pounding out some Supernatural, bro.
Yeah.
I got time.
I don't think you can even do it in 2 weeks, to be honest.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking Anyways.
Okay.
Back to Friday 13th.
Let's see. Follow-up to 2009's Friday the 13th was slated for release on October 13th, 2017, and was all set to go into production in a matter of weeks. But in February of 2017, it was announced that Paramount had pulled the plug on the project to move forward with Darren Aronofsky's horror film Mother, which ended up failing at the box office.
Dumbasses.
I never seen Mother, so I can't make any.
Is that the one with Jennifer Lawrence?
I think so. Yes.
It's no good.
All right, I'll take your word for that, Bob.
Producer Michael Bay allegedly walked out in the movie premiere, stating that the film featured too much sex.
It did have a lot of sex.
Too much sex and not enough explosions.
We got explosions, though.
But not Michael Bay explosions. That's why he walked out.
I mean, it was decent enough. The mine shaft kind of like caught on fire and exploded a little bit. Huh. It was more than I expected.
The film is the first Friday the 13th film to use CGI weapons, like the machete, as some scenes were too risky to film with prop weapons that could break and injure someone.
It's all for that scare factor that I'm kidding.
I don't think I noticed.
Yeah, not really.
No, you don't.
No, but now that you say that, I could probably think of some of the scenes that it is.
Yeah, I could. 2 of them.
What's her name when she gets killed in the tunnel? I bet that might be one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now that
the neck slice was probably one when he kills the redneck.
Definitely the machete to the head because it comes in quick.
Yeah,
I fucking love that scene, dude.
That is a great one. It's fucking great.
The character of Sheriff Brack, played by Richard Burge, is named after Peter M. Brack, who wrote the book Crystal Lake Memories: The Complete History of Friday the 13th.
Love that book.
Yo, man, I don't know if you guys are seeing all these. There's a lot of supernatural chat going on right here in the side chat.
I'm not what I'm seeing here.
No.
Oh, I see from Eric Matthew
Crowley. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, Heather Scarecrow episode. Brody said anything Scarecrow he's in. Rich said there is.
Join us for a special Supernatural episode.
Dude, the Mystery Spot episode was the one that I loved.
Which one was that?
The one where the trickster keeps killing Dean over and over again.
Oh, the Groundhog's Day episode. That was fucking awesome. Yeah,
I love that.
Mel was watching. I saw that was like the first episode I ever saw. It was that episode. I'm like, oh my
really?
God, this is fucking great.
That and the one where he stuck them in the TV shows.
I like that one better.
And they're in the Japanese game show.
Oh no, I like where he's just coming out like the Scooby-Doo thing. He's like, now how the hell am I going to eat this? And he's got the fucking sandwich.
The Scooby-Doo episode
I'm gonna
was
have to
great.
start watching this now because now I got to get into Supernatural.
The Scooby-Doo episode was so great because Dean
have
opens up his mouth. He's like, "Hey Sam, look how big my mouth is."
Bro, of course I've seen the GB parody. I mean, there's that. There's the GB parody music video, but I like, dude, Supernatural gives mad fucking precedence to GB. We even have Spangler and Zedmore characters in the fucking show, which is awesome. All right, we're talking way too much Supernatural.
Yeah. Let's get back on topic.
Although Jared Padalecki is in this movie, so it kind of is.
It's kind of relevant. Okay, so originally Bree was supposed to set up her camcorder at the edge of the bed to film her and Trent. However, before filming, the actress suggested she hold the camcorder in one hand during their sex scene as it would be more zany and racy. The director liked the idea and decided to use it.
I can't say I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I might have watched that scene a couple more times than I needed to.
Right.
With a box of tissues.
With a box of tissues.
And a lot of lotion.
Now, how many of y'all have actually gone to your ladies after the fact of this movie sometime and said stupendous?
I tell her all the time.
Had that happen.
I tell her all the time.
That's right.
I'm like, oh, stupendous titties.
Perfect nipple placement.
Do you also say
Perfect nipple placement?
Do you also say dude after that too, like he does?
Maybe. Don't worry about what I do, Bobby. But if you'd like to
you
see, check out OnlyFans.
How much? How much?
Or is he?
I know you're not kidding.
$10 a month.
I have the link.
Who? All right.
Mel sent it to me.
Yeah, Daddy.
Scout Taylor Compton auditioned for the role of Jenna, which eventually went to Danielle Panabaker. Had she gotten the role, this film would have been the second remake of a classic horror film for her after Halloween.
That would have been weird. 8.5 days, but that's watching it straight.
Yeah, that's not even taking time to sleep.
Like that's like shit in your eyes, like keeping it away.
No, not 8.5 days, but I could still watch it this whole winter. Not a problem.
All right.
Travis Van Winkle plays a character named Trent, the same name as his character Trent DeMarco from Transformers, which was directed by Michael Bay. According to Bay himself, this is the same character, revealing that both this movie and the franchise occur in the same universe.
Fuck yeah, dude. So he lost his woman to Shia LaBeouf, and then he got killed by Jason the next summer, or even maybe that same summer. I don't fucking know.
That was 2 years later, so...
Okay, so yeah, a couple summers later.
That tow truck was totally a fucking Decepticon.
Well, we had a tow truck Decepticon in Rise of the Beasts.
We did.
You know that was another
What up,
thing.
Mr. Gallo? And yes, Jordan.
Why is there a random ass tow truck just sitting there?
I don't know.
I was just thinking of like, what the fuck is this?
He was driving by. He almost ran him over.
True. I also liked how you see that he's got the oxygen mask. And he's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
Which, honestly, like, I enjoy his kill on that because I feel like that dude is so insufferable. Like, you need a little something. However, if we just got the random shock effect of him walking out and getting splatter fucking just dunked on the road, I feel like that would have been, oh my God, dude. Just that would been awesome.
Thank you, Joe. I love your body. Show me, please.
Continue on. It took 10 to 12 hours to shoot the sex scene between Bree and Trent. Juliana Gill was a bit anxious about being nude, but after a talk with her male co-star, she felt relaxed and didn't mind filming the additional footage for the sex scene. If I was him, I would have fucked up my scenes over and over again.
You
probably did. 10 to 12 hours, you said.
10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, he did. There's no way he did not.
Yeah.
Wow.
After Chelsea is stranded in the lake and sees Jason waiting for her at shore, she was originally supposed to drown due to exhaustion as Jason waited her out from the shore of the lake. In the final film, she's stabbed in the head from underneath the bridge while trying to hide. which does give us a nice titty shot. So
Yes.
I got no complaints.
You gotta throw in that extra shot there. So anything else, Chad Daddy?
Okay, hold on. Like I said, I gotta skip ahead.
You're fine.
In the script, Jenna actually escapes with Clay and Whitney, enjoying a long enough moment of peace while they hide that she would make a joke. Okay, originally in the script, Jenna actually escapes with Clay and Whitney, enjoying a long enough moment of peace while they hide that she would make a joke about hoping her second date with Clay went much better. Jason would then show up to kill her via a fire extinguisher, but they didn't have enough budget to film that.
Oh, damn it.
See, that I would have liked that. I don't know. I like that.
How are we killing him via fire extinguisher?
Probably smashing her
Smashing
over.
I'm guessing beating her.
Okay. I was just thinking like freeze death. Like, are we going like full Jason X? Like,
well, I mean, if it's a CO2 one, put it right on the face. That's not gonna. Yeah. Ooh.
what the fuck is on your forehead?
I'm sparkly.
Yeah,
Wait, what's Joe thanking me for, by the way?
I don't know, but I have ideas.
Okay, though officially remake, the film contains story elements from the first 4 movies in the series and some of the rest as well. The opening scene where Mrs. Voorhees is killed refers to the events from Friday the 13th. Officer Brack is later nailed to a door with an arrow through his eye, just like Bill in that movie, and Jason comes back out of the lake for a final scare. The legend of the Camp Crystal Lake murders is told as a creepy campfire story, as in Part 2. Jason briefly considers wearing a burlap sack as a mask. Mike and Whitney discovering an abandoned cabin with a shrine containing Mrs. Voorhees' decapitated head, and Whitney impersonating Mrs. Voorhees come from similar scenes in this movie as well. In both Part 3 and this film, Jason cuts a man's throat and then finds a hockey mask, which he uses as a disguise. The survivors face off against Jason in a barn with the tools at their disposal, trying to hang him, but to no avail.
That's right.
A group of friends comes to a summer house to party, meeting Clay, who is looking for his missing sister Whitney, one of Jason's victims. In Part 4, they meet Rob, who is looking to avenge his sister Sandra, who was killed by Jason in Part 2. Clay is grabbed through a door, same as Tommy, and Bree is thrown out of a window onto a car, like Tina from that movie.
You know, we never got the full mask reveal in front of our final person.
No, not really. One kill involves Jason ripping through a tent and killing a girl in a sleeping bag reminiscent of The New Blood, Jason entering and killing a teenager in a tool shed. At the end, a dead person jumps out of the lake through a pier to grab one of the survivors. And finally, Jason's mask floats down to the bottom of the lake like in Jason X.
Yeah, it does. It's awesome. I like that shot. I always do.
That was a good shot. But
that's all I got. I mean, I did have more, but I just kind of skipped over it.
That's fair. Well, thank you for that, Chad Daddy. I appreciate
pleasure.
that. Awesome. All righty, boys. What format we watch this on?
Blu-ray.
Started on Blu-ray, finished on Vudu.
I watched it on DVD, but still the killer cut.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Everything else is all 4K and Blu-ray, so it kind of enhanced it a little bit. You know what's funny is my DVD has a commercial for Blu-ray DVDs at the beginning of it. And I haven't seen that commercial in so long. And you guys know the one that were like, get new Blu-ray. Look how enhanced. And it's like, wow. And it shows like some ships going across.
Hey guys, I just need to make a quick announcement. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Jordan Harvey cosplays as the 2009 remake.
Oh,
what?
And
he does it.
No way.
And he does it very well.
That is straight from the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Joe Gallo. Just wanted to throw that out there, guys.
All right. Thank you for that. PSA. Douche of the film.
Trent.
Piece of shit.
That's the easy one. Favorite kill.
Sleeping bag.
That was pretty brutal because she flat out cooked in that fucking
Yeah,
thing.
she did. She was
Now,
smoked.
I'm going with Trent because I love that Jason's just holding him on the machete and then throws him onto the back of the tow truck.
Now I'm going to have to look and review my notes to see which one I prefer. I mean, the sleeping bag kill was pretty damn good.
I think
and it was for me.
it's so hard.
It was everything leading up to the sleeping bag kill too, like his leg getting caught in that fucking trap. And,
it's that whole scene is just intense as
it's
fuck.
fucking brutal.
Yeah, I can't
like
argue with that. I'm going with that too.
All right. I will go with the one I've mentioned a few times, but I'm going with dude stuck in a bear trap, machete to head, boot to face. Yeah, it's just so fucking raw and awesome, and I love it. Like, it's just,
oh my God, there he is!
Hey, Mask by Lance. Today we're reviewing 2009's Friday the 13th remake. I went looking for my remake mask that I've had for a long time. And then I remembered I have not seen my mask in almost 3 years. I don't remember.
It's almost as long as you've been on this podcast.
Yeah, it was like right around the same time.
Chewie is also a very good kill because that motherfucker, he fights, dude.
Yeah.
And actually, what's his name? His buddy there too. What the hell?
Lawrence.
Lawrence goes fights. He gets a fucking walk as a shield. Good idea.
How great was that?
That's smart.
I mean, and that's what I like about some of these characters is that they're not just stupid. He was very smart. Hey, I don't know what's out there. I'm gonna take a walk and a fucking poker.
He's dumb, but he's dumb as like a young dude is dumb. You know what I mean? Like he's still jerking off in an open windowed room. But he's smart enough to defend himself when going into battle. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't gotten there fully yet for society.
Not yet.
He's getting there.
I've moved twice since I gave you that mask, Lance. FYI.
Oh, that's fucking fun.
I got divorced. I had a baby. I got engaged.
That's true, man. It's been a lot.
Now you gotta buy a house.
And you got a house, yeah, right?
I got a house. You know, I love you. I love you.
All right.
I just got
Bob, you got favorite kill, right?
Yeah, I already said mine.
Sorry. Okay. Best scene, boys.
Ooh.
Chewie offering the hockey stick to Jason.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, that I will say that was probably my scene
because it completes the outfit.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I say that whole like
opening,
the whole cold open to title card?
No, you can pick that.
Because honestly, man, that's my win. That whole like, it's a lot, and maybe that's more than just. I mean, that's a lot of scenes, I guess.
It is, but it's great.
Oh, Brody.
Not only does Lance rig his raffles, he sells cursed hockey masks. I don't know, Brody. I think I've only entered one raffle I didn't win, or maybe two, and then I sent you my mask that wasn't cursed, but I don't know.
You know what? If I'm gonna go even more specific in that scene, though, is like what Scuba mentioned earlier, and it's when Whitney gets back to the campsite and just sees the chaos of like happening. Her friend's dead. He's caught in the bear trap, and then you got this big ass motherfucker just running around like the Hulk.
I'm gonna go with the scene with Lawrence going to the shed.
Battled up, ready.
Only because it's not my favorite kill. But it's my favorite scene because, like I said, Jason running with that fucking axe, like it was just something that we've never seen before. We've never seen him do that before.
Fucking hucks that thing, dude.
I'm actually gonna change mine, and it's when we have Clay and Jenna hiding under the canoes, and Jason sees the bag, and
I like that one. That was good.
Like, you could see it. You don't see it in his face, but you see his body just go, okay. Who the fuck is in my fucking camp? And he goes and turns the lights on.
Bro, when he kicks them lights on, that's a moment. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh fuck, this Jason's prepared.
That's why
I want to add as a runner up to my favorite scene, and it's only a quick like maybe 5 to 10 second scene, but just the scene of Jason sharpening his machete on the fucking device.
I don't get to see that, dude.
No,
that was kind of nice, man.
That just shows to the level of a survivalist that he is.
Fucking A. Yeah, this was not a stupid character by any means. He was
it was not
even remotely.
He was just deformed, and that's it. And that's how I personally have always seen Jason.
Same.
Yeah, I never saw him as stupid.
Yeah, a lot of people do though. A lot of people are like, oh,
of course they do.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. All righty. Worst moment or scene. Worst moment or scene. I'm probably gonna have to say watching a dude drink from a sweaty shoe because that was gross.
That beer pong scene didn't need to be in there, so it added a little bit to us seeing the characters doing their shit, but
you didn't.
I'm going Willa Ford dancing because that bitch ain't got no ass.
I'm gonna go with.
Wait, when was Willa Ford?
Oh, not Willa Ford. Not Willa Ford.
Yeah, that's the other girl.
Willa Ford was dead at that point.
I forgot she was already dead. No, the other chick that had no butt. That was worst scene for me.
You still watched her dance though, like you weren't like hating it. I'm not gonna listen. Yeah, she didn't have hips, but you know what? You can't do. Sometimes they just can't help it.
Those hips were lying.
They were.
I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna
sure
agree. I'm gonna agree with definitely the ping pong scene for sure. Yeah, it didn't need to be there. We all. I mean, I don't know. I picked up on what everybody was the second they all got out of the car. I'm like,
sorry, Emily.
Yep.
Okay. Opening scene hook you in? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That opening scene.
It's practically a movie itself.
Yeah.
It was. I love the fact that they're playing Night Ranger in that because I don't know if you guys have watched American Dad ever. But there's an episode where Stan gets high.
Oh my god!
Yes. One of the 4 things to know that you're high.
You genuinely enjoy
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger.
And that's the song they're fucking listening to. And they're like, "What is this?" And Roger's like, "It's Night Ranger." Man.
And then Stan pulls out the card and sees that.
What? And it's like, what was it? It was like Eyes Red, Extreme Hunger. What was the third one? Something else was like.
Wasn't it something like Dry Mouth or something weird like that? And then it was
might
like
have been, yeah.
You genuinely enjoyed Night Ranger.
Every time I hear that song, I think of that fucking list. I'm like, damn it! It calls me out every time.
The best part of that episode though is Stan just standing there staring at the chip aisle.
Oh my god, bro! I cried.
He's standing there staring at it. Then it flashes to Roger doing something. Then it comes back to him, and he hasn't even moved. He's still standing there staring at the chips.
Because, man, I've seen friends and probably myself at a certain point in life do that, and you're just like, "You all right?" And you're like, "Oh, I have no idea what I want."
See, now if I was going to get high, I want to be with Johnny. I just want to be with Johnny. Be like, Johnny, guide me to your ways.
Just don't try and keep up with him.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't want to keep up.
I had the opportunity when I went to Steel City Con, but I was terrified. I was terrified.
I don't want to keep up.
With me a little bit.
I just want to be guided. Just guide me.
But no, you remember what he says in that? He's like, Cheetos, cheetah. So much beauty in the world. Fucking love
and Roger needed that big bag of dog food so he didn't float away.
Float away, right. I feel like gravity's not working anything. All right. Going back to the actual movie that we were talking about at hand.
That was a fun sidebar.
That was. Most attractive. I don't even know how the fuck we got out of most attractive. Oh, Night Ranger. Most attractive character.
The stupendous titties.
Brie, yeah, for sure.
You know what? I'm honestly going to go with what's her name from The Flash, dude.
Yeah, I'm with Johnny. I've always liked Danielle Panabaker, so
man. I am a sucker for.
It says big brown eyes, man.
Boom, 100%.
No, you know something? No, yeah,
that's fair, dude.
Hey,
she's the dirty side too. Yeah, right.
I'm switching because those brown eyes definitely make you go.
I mean, there's no wrong choice.
She had perfect Hershey kiss.
There's no wrong choice in this movie.
Sorry, what?
We're talking about the movie.
Hi, Mel.
Yes,
we are being good Christian boys.
Look, she's swimming too. We're swimming in the water.
Right. Yeah.
And Emily is correct. She was adorable in Sky High, and that's probably where it started my fetish with her.
Yes, she was.
Oh, I forgot she was in that. That's right. Okay. Did the score set the mood, boys?
I did not like the score in this.
Oh no, I liked it.
I didn't dig this.
It didn't set the mood because it didn't use enough of the Friday the 13th cues that we've known to love.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It took it from Friday the 13th and just made it into any generic 90s, 80s, 2000 slasher, whatever.
Yeah. It wasn't even so much the cues. Just, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
Heather, I have to agree. Those were some pretty obvious fake titties on that girl in the opening.
Hey, listen. Hey, there was always a rule in life that I was always taught from a young age. If I can touch them,
they're real
enough.
Yep.
That's all that fucking matters.
Yep. I say that all the damn time.
That is a credence that I've always lived by.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Charlie
knew exactly.
True, but if I'm looking at them and they look a little off,
hey,
whatever,
not
man.
every nipple placement's gonna be perfect.
Listen, he was hitting it from the back anyways, so what does it matter?
True.
All right, so best song,
Night
Ranger.
Night Ranger. Yeah.
Sister Christian. Yeah. Favorite character.
Jason. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that one.
Boys.
Chewy.
Gas
He was the
station
man.
attendant.
Okay,
He was a
there you
real.
go.
Why did they have to have that? It's so fucking stupid. No, I'm going Chewy though. Chewy's my boy.
The gas station attendant could almost be douche of the movie too.
Right? Like he just couldn't hang a fucking sign.
Yeah, just hang the fucking sign up, dude.
Right. Or if anything, just make him feel good about it. Take the sign, watch him walk out and be like, all right, I'm gonna throw this in the trash. You know what I mean? Like
Something.
just make him feel good about it. Whatever. Or just hang the fucking sign because it's like that hard. But no, Chewy's I love his whole scene in the garage.
Oh, I love that.
Just playing around with everything.
Chewy's a runner-up for sure. So okay.
And then yeah, man, obviously Jason sells the film, but Jason sells the whole fucking series for me. So okay, boys, was it scary? You know what?
I think so.
I feel like there was definitely some intense scenes.
This was the scariest we've seen Jason be since probably like part 3.
Yep.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it definitely has moments. I will say yes for sure.
Especially when he first shows up in the original cabin and he's stabbing through the fucking floor. Oh man. And then there's just some good squelching sounds in this, dude. So if you're not really a fan of like that stuff, that can really hit you too.
I do love the squelching.
I do. My wife does not. So every time she's like, ah. Especially when the bear trap, dude, and he's just yanking on it. You're like, oh God, no. No. Still doesn't hit me as bad as fingernails from fucking Texas 03, though.
Oh my God.
That one just gets me to my core every time.
That hurts every time.
Yeah, I feel like because like everybody just knows what that feeling is.
Because you know when you chip your fingernail and it couldn't even be down to where it is, it hurts every time.
Oh, just when your fingernail bends back.
Right, you just get that accidental, and you're just like, "Is this the time?" No, hey,
you're over here questioning it, like, "Am I gonna lose it? Is it gone?"
Worst. All right, does it hold up today?
Yeah, I think so.
It does, but it's very 2009.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it still works, but it's dated for sure that time. But just like the originals are dated for the 80s, you know what I mean? You just know what it is.
Agreed.
Acting, boys,
it's pretty solid.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, solid for sure.
Everybody
did what they needed to.
Cinematography.
Nothing to write home about.
I did not enjoy it for the most part. Like I said, a lot of the scenes at the end so fucking dark you couldn't see.
Very dark.
Shit.
That's fair. I'm happy we still got like rainy barn scene though. That made me happy, but I get it. Yeah, if you think about like the barn scene from 3 and how lit up that is,
compared
for sure.
Any of the ones from the 80s, really, any of the earlier Friday the 13th movies,
because they didn't care. It wasn't trying to be like dark and gritty, just to be dark and gritty. So
yeah.
All right. Did we like the premise?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, I mean, it remakes elements from the first 4.
Bob, now you can be honest with this because you started this episode very like.
I mean,
steamroll.
I don't know. No,
you can say no if it's fine.
I'm not saying it to be different. I'm saying it because no offense. I saw the first part of the movie and I'm like, well, I know how this is going to end. I knew that there's no way they're going to put him in the lake. Oh, we're going to walk away. It's happy dappy. Oh, here's a dream. I knew it. So, I knew that.
All right. And was the climax satisfying? Where's our climax? Is that the death in the barn of him?
I would say everything before. I would say before they obviously get
his death in the barn, then the him crashing through the dock at the end is the epilogue.
And that's one more thing. His death sucked.
It did.
I'm good.
His death sucked. I wish.
I mean, look, come on. We had a great death in part 4. We still bought him back. You didn't need this piece of shit death for him. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good.
I don't know. Like, yeah, you see it kind of chewing on his head a little bit, but the fact that it doesn't fully engulf him in, you kind of know where it's going with it. I still enjoyed it though. Like, I like the fight scene of it. I just wish it was, I don't know, maybe more of a snap of the neck that you got some like concrete evidence. Swimming, baby.
Floating around.
So cute.
Steve, what'd you think, bud? Climax?
I did. I mean, but it needed a little more. I needed a little bit more struggle. So I'm gonna say no, it wasn't satisfying.
Okay, fair enough. All right, recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Well, this is already a reboot.
Reboot the boot.
Reboot the boot. We're gonna get that eventually. So I just say rewind this one.
All right, yeah.
I'll rewind it, but it's not my first choice. But I would only if it's why not?
But it's not your last choice, probably either.
Dude, I go back and revisit Part 8 from time to time, so I'm not going to say no to this.
It's probably I wouldn't say no to it, but it's not on the top.
It's like what we're going to do next year. Anytime you go through like any series, man, you got to take the good with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody really love Friday 5? Or I'm sorry, Nightmare 5? No. But we're watching.
Well,
I don't even like Part 2.
Part 2 grew on me. Part 2 grew on me. It took me a couple viewings.
I enjoyed Part 2.
Didn't like it streaming so much. Yeah, that'll be a February episode. All righty, let's rate this mother liquor. Brody started off with a 4. Nice little even number there. Bob, what do you got, homie? Be honest with yourself, Bob. It's okay.
2.8.
2.8.
Wow.
All right. Scubas.
I give it a 4.2.
4.2. Brody, of course you would, you son of a bitch.
Awful. God, even Freddy's makeup looks like ass.
Wow. We'll talk about that in May. Maybe. I don't know. Is it one per month again? Or did you split it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's less of them, so I just didn't. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I did it one per month because then we're doing verses. So that'd take us all the way to July.
Gotcha. Okay. Chad Daddy, what you got, homie?
I got a 3.7.
3.7. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to agree with Chad. 3.7. 3.75. Give it I'll go in the quarters there. Because we can do that because it's our fucking show because we don't give a shit. All right. So divide that bitch by 5. Fuck yeah, dude. 3.69. I'm not even rounding up. That's what it is. It could be a 3.7, but no. All right.
3.69.
Ow.
Chad Daddy, what are we reviewing next week, homie?
Hold on, let me get there because I got to write it down in my book too because we originally had nothing planned and we're kind of playing it by ear. So next week it is Better Watch Out.
Better Watch Out. All right. Better Watch Out. Let me type that bitch in.
I almost want to say it's on Tubi.
Everywhere. Yeah, you can find it anywhere.
2016 film?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Sounds right.
It is on Peacock, Philo, Tubi, all that good shit. Pluto, Roku, Plex. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, this is the one with it's got Putty in it. All right, cool. That's all. Patrick Warburton. Fucking hey, dude.
And
everybody wear their Jersey Devil shirts next week.
Because we're the Devils. You will never catch me in a Jersey Devils shirt.
Fine. Not even dressed. Not even if you were cosplaying as Putty.
Maybe if I was cosplaying Putty. But I draw the line at the Flyers. Fuck them.
That's fair.
So anyway, yeah, we're doing Better Watch Out next week. Then I decided to bring this up to the boys, and they all agreed. The week after, we are watching the new movie that just dropped on Shudder. It's a Wonderful Knife.
Yeah, with Justin Long.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It looks really good. I'm prepared for it to be really terrible, so we'll see where it ends up in the movie.
Oh yeah, it's going to be cheesy. It's definitely going to be a dark comedy.
I'm fine with that. I'm completely and utterly fine with that. All right. Well, thank you for that, Chad. Dude.
My pleasure.
What is there anything nerdy we have discussed? I got nothing this week. So
really, you don't want to talk about Godzilla X Kong?
I mean,
we kind of already did.
I mean, we did a little bit, and we're also over 2 hours.
Pink Godzilla.
He is, man. He's Super Saiyan fucking Rose, bro.
Like, people are complaining about that, and then other people in the Godzilla groups are just countering it with pictures of Millennium Series Godzilla that had pink spikes.
Yeah. I don't know. I dig it, man, because to me, like,
I love it.
I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming he maybe absorbed some kind of new energy source. I don't know.
That's what I'm guessing. And Kong has this mechanical-looking hand, basically, because it's a cast.
Oh, boom! That makes sense.
That would make a lot of sense.
I dig it. And then they just like retrofit it with some weapon, so now he's like got like
something like
that, Wolverine claws or some bullshit that come out.
He's got like the missiles from Mandalorian.
That'd be fucking cool,
bro. They gave him a straight up Glovatrix from SWAT Cats, dude. It's got
shit. Oh my god, that would be cool.
SWAT Cats is a show that I hold dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I need to. I need to own that, honestly. No, man, the Godzilla trailer did look super fucking awesome.
And guys,
I know a lot of people are shitting on it, but
if you get a chance to go see -1, go. It's only playing through the end of the week.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try and do it.
Quan Chi does drop. Well, if you got him early, he drops the 14th. Hold on, I think he drops the 14th, and if for everybody else, he drops the week after that, on the 20th. And then Chameleon cameo-wise for MK1 drops in January.
Oh, and they also announced or revealed that John Cena does, in fact, voice Peacemaker in the game.
Fuck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
Oh, nice.
Although, what's his name still saying he's not voicing Homelander. So, but everybody's still wondering if that's just like a bullshit or not. But it's like, I don't really care either way. Whatever.
Maybe he's saying it's not him because maybe he recorded his lines during the strike and doesn't want to.
That's what I'm guessing.
Get in trouble for it.
Probably. Let's see. Was there anything else nerdy? Gutter Garbs just dropped some Chucky shit, I believe.
Yeah. I'm looking.
That's all I got, man. I don't know.
Nothing.
I'm in Christmas mode, man. I'm not really paying attention to anything.
Wait, no. We are getting, I don't know if we mentioned this, but we are going to get Thanksgiving too.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That was one thing we never talked about, dude. You know why we're getting that? It's because they fucking bombed their own Scream series.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Thank God. Thank you, Scream, for sucking. Oh, sorry.
No, it's not even that, dude. It's honestly on the producers on that shit, dude.
Yeah,
I can't even say Scream sucks anymore because I really did dig the last couple movies.
I was excited for where it was gonna go, and
okay. I still hated the Scooby-Doo monologue bullshit at the end, but whatever.
I didn't watch 6. I still got to watch 5 and 6.
5 felt something felt weird with me to 5. I don't know why 5 felt like cheap or something to me. I don't know what it was, but either way, Darkman 4K.
Honestly, I'm also going to go with it's just because Wes Craven's not here anymore. I know they made movies after him, but he always brought a sense of like a stature because he was.
Well, I mean, Wes Craven was still alive for part 3
and
4. He directed 4.
I was gonna say he directed 4.
Well, that's what I mean. So like 4 was like I enjoyed 4. I will say that, but like I don't know. I think they should have just left
Sean.
him.
Thank you.
That too. They all.
I don't know. No, I just like I said, man. Like we all know why. I don't have to get into it, but like, yeah, dude. People they cut some people. You know, Jenna Ortega definitely like it said she bounced for whatever reason, but you know she was sticking with her girl.
Allegedly, it's because they're filming the new season of Wednesday, but I don't buy that.
I'm calling bullshit, dude. I think she's standing with her. I think she's standing with her girl, and I say good for her.
Yeah. Just bring it back to Woodsboro, then. You know, if they're gonna do another one, bring it back to Woodsboro. You know,
it's gonna be something stupid. This is where Scream turns into Stab.
Yeah.
Good.
Give us Ghostface with the flamethrower.
Give
us the flamethrower.
Give me that.
This is the point where
you know what?
It's
you do
gonna
that,
turn into
Scoops,
stab.
You're gonna get Big Johnny D right on the scream train from now on.
Actually, yeah. No,
I would watch that version. Yeah,
I would be right there with it. I'd be like, you know something? They finally went to stab. Thank you.
Give me flamethrowers. Give me time travel. I don't give a fuck. Give me that. Give me some crazy shit, dude. Off the wall. Give me zombie Ghostface. Whatever you got to do. I don't give a shit. I know a guy. You know. All right. Anything else, nerdy boys?
Nope.
Nothing at the moment, my boys.
Cool. All right. Well, Bob, you want to start us off?
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moan, saying, I will say this now. I will actually not be on next week, but I will have a video for you guys. So
you son of a bitch.
I got a football game I'm going to.
The foosball.
Yeah, that too. Right. But I still will see you guys next week with the video. So catch you next week.
Scubas.
This is your host with the Ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, with
the babies,
Charlie, saying we will see you next week.
Chad Daddy.
You know, it would have been perfect if she would have like cooed or something. Yeah. This is your Dark Little Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder on the Chattahoochee saying, join us next week for Better Watch Out. Better not cry.
Hell yeah. And I'm your Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Like Chad Daddy said, better watch out. Join us next Monday, same time, same place. And, oh yeah, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Because